Live, Stairway to Cinema, episode 17, where we discuss the 2000 international cult hit, Battle Royale.
Dude, it's crazy. It's already Friday again. I can't believe it, honestly.
It kind of went quick.
This went by so fast, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But before Battle Royale, actually, I think it's news from today that Eli Roth is making a Borderlands movie.
Rumor.
Oh, is it rumor? Okay.
It hasn't, it's one of those things that, they pop up and then it's probably going to happen, so.
Yeah, but honestly, Eli Roth is a horrible director, so I'm hyped,
What about, but you haven't seen Hostel?
No, I haven't, but everything else was kind of meh.
Hostel 1 was decent.
That's what I heard, but yeah, okay, fair enough.
Especially the original dark-ass, really heavy ending is really fucked up. Like, if they would have kept that ending...
changed.
Yeah, if they would have kept that dark, fucking brutal ending in there, then I think it would have been like a cult, Saw-like experience, but they kind of went a different route.
From Roth, I've only seen Knock Knock, which is horrible.
Horrible. I agree with you.
Death Wish with Bruce Willis, which is also kind of just meh.
That's your boy, too.
Who, Bruce Willis?
Yeah, it's one of them.
I know, but Bruce Willis hasn't done a good movie in years. And also the movie The House with a Clock in Its Walls with Jack Black.
He directed that.
Yeah, it's a children's movie, and it's horrible.
It's like Guy Ritchie and Aladdin.
Kyle MacLachlan is in it. Yeah, right. Anyway, did you watch many movies?
I wanted to ask you something.
Okay.
Did you prepare a list for today?
I did. Actually, I prepared like 3 things.
3 things, okay. Because I was on the fence about preparing something of my own.
Oh, that would be the first one.
But I didn't. I didn't because I knew you were going to, and I didn't want to fucking, swoop in and be like, I wanted to give you a heads up, just that you kind of inspired me to, I wanted to do my own 2010s, top 50.
That's cool. You should do that.
Yeah, because I know it'll be different. It'll be vastly different. Because I got all these movies just flying through my head all week. So I'm surprised I didn't do it, but at the same time, I just knew you were going to have something.
Yeah, I did I did 2 lists, my favorite movies from the 2000s and from the 90s.
Yeah.
And then I also have some, I don't know, I got the idea today. It's a bad idea. I made my own Oscar nominations and winners, but only for the 5 categories that matter, which are actors and best picture. But it kind of turned out to be kind of shitty. Okay. We can start with that if you want, because it's very short.
Did you do another top 50 for both of those decades?
For the 2000s, it's a top 35.
That's pretty good. Okay.
And for the 90s, it's a top 30.
Okay.
30.
Yeah, because I was kind of thinking when you get to the 80s and 70s, that list might...
Yeah, the 70s would be probably just top 10, I guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there.
Maybe top 20.
I could do a top 50 for 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Yeah, I know you.
Easily.
I know you can. Yeah.
But I am with you on the 70s. I feel like top 10 would be sufficient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want to hear my nominees for the Oscars?
Is this okay? So what year is this? What are we?
For last year,
Okay, all right. So 2019. This is your list.
My for the big 5 categories. My nominations and a winner.
What you should have thought. Okay.
So let's start with supporting actress, which is super stupid because I only have 3 nominees. Because the thing is, I didn't see Bombshell, I didn't see Richard Jewell, I didn't see Judy and stuff. I have no idea. I had a hard time coming up with actresses, which is kind of sad. But anyway, supporting actress. My 3 nominees are Laura Dern.
Okay.
Florence Pugh.
Okay.
And Yeo Jing-jo. Which is
Parasite.
The mother from Parasite.
Absolutely.
And the Oscar goes to Jeo Jong-ju.
There we go. I like this list already. I like it.
I know.
I like it.
Okay, supporting actor.
I already know where it's going. I already know where this is going.
Brad Pitt.
All right.
Al Pacino.
Oh, at least you gave Ali some love.
I know. Willem Dafoe for The Lighthouse. Song Kang-ho for Parasite.
The dad.
Yeah, the poor dad. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And Timothy Chalamet for Little Women.
And the Oscar goes to Timothy Chalamet.
The Oscar goes to Song Kang-ho.
Oh wow! Okay.
I mean, it was between Song Kang-ho and Willem Dafoe for me, but I think
Not to throw you off, but our President Trump, lovely President Trump, just recently said at a rally he was bitching about Parasite winning Best Picture at the Oscars. It's kind of funny. He's like, "What the hell was that all about? Whatever happened to Gone with the Wind? You can't even understand it." So
yeah, right.
Naturally, everyone's calling Trump a racist, but I thought it was funny, at least, I think it's funny.
Yeah, there like some people who haven't seen Parasite actually. Like my dad was all like, some foreign movie won the Oscar. Like he had no idea.
Yeah, man, like I know people out there that will refuse to watch it just because it is foreign language, which is sad because it was amazing.
Actually, I work at a cinema, and like when I sell tickets and stuff, some people can't decide which movie they want to see, and I always recommend Parasite because we actually show Parasite quite often.
So you're that guy, huh? You're like, hey,
of course,
ladies, you want to see a good movie? Huh?
Dude, like some people, they had they chose between Parasite and some bad German comedy, and I said like, dude, I highly recommend you watching Parasite instead of that bullshit. So, yeah, I hope I did them some favor. So yeah, best actress.
Okay.
3 again, not 5, because I'm fucking sexist, of course. I just haven't.
Yeah. I'm starting to, that is starting to become a trend that you do prefer the actor over the
No,
actress.
it's just because I haven't seen that many movies with female leads. I haven't seen Bombshell, as I said. I haven't seen Judy, so it's kind of like, I had a hard time. So best actress, Saoirse Ronan for Little Women.
Yeah, I have to say though, I would almost disagree with the supporting actor. I would have given it to Willem Dafoe.
Yeah, but I just like Song Kang-ho.
He was good. I mean, I feel like he should have. Both actors should have been nominated. Period.
For sure, yeah.
Period, yeah.
So best actress, Saoirse Ronan for Little Women. Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story. And Florence Pugh for Midsommar.
Oh, okay.
That's all I could come up with, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And the Oscar goes to Scarlett Johansson for Marriage Story.
Wow, ScarJo.
Yeah.
ScarJo.
Okay, best actor. Dude, this list totally sucks, but I don't give a shit.
It's fun. I like it.
I know. Yeah. Best actor: Joaquin Phoenix, Adam Driver, Robert Pattinson, Adam Sandler, Uncut Gems, and Taron Egerton for Rocketman.
Yeah, that's
no DiCaprio, dude.
Definitely your list for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I know. And the Oscar goes to Robert Pattinson.
Wow, that one's a surprise.
Yeah, but it's
over your boy Taron, over.
Yeah. I mean, I think Joaquin deserved it, but still, come on.
I think he got some. I think he got some Pattinson goggles on lately.
Of course, I have.
Yeah,
I have multiple goggles on, dude.
I think he's a little rated highly, in your echelon there,
Yeah, but it's just how I am,
I think we need to come back down to Pattinson reality here. Over Adam Driver and Joaquin. What was the other ones? You said another one.
Sandler and Taron
Sandler, yeah, Sandler.
As I said, this list kind of sucks.
What else?
That last one is Best Picture.
No director?
No, because I don't know.
Aww.
I think I'm fine with the nominees for director, except for Todd Phillips, maybe.
You didn't do film editing or?
No, I just
original score.
No, because I mean, come on, how am I to judge editing? Like, it's fine.
All right.
So
Best Picture.
I changed one nominee, which is kind of boring. So Parasite, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Marriage Story, Le Mans 66. I'm just gonna call it that, not Ford v Ferrari.
I like that.
Good. Uncut Gems is the one I added.
Ah, okay.
Little Women. 1917, The Irishman, and Joker. I removed Jojo Rabbit from the list because
did you struggle to put Joker up there though?
I did, yeah. Actually,
I know you did.
I was thinking about not putting it on there. So.
I know you did. I think over the course of the show, Joker's just gonna slowly.
That's good though. It wasn't my top 50.
I don't think it's gonna be in your top 50 next time you do a top 50.
Probably not.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the Oscar goes to Parasite.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, this was kind of,
I enjoy it
bullshitty.
though. I
Okay,
enjoy it.
that's good. I mean, I did this in like 10 minutes or something, so not much effort. Okay, let's go to the movies we've watched. Did you watch a lot?
I watched 7 movies.
Okay, that's okay. I watched like I think 12.
12?
Yeah, I told you that I had a hard time, pushing me towards watching movies. But then I
Jesus.
just, I got a grip, and I watched like 3 a day. So,
All right. Well,
yeah,
go ahead.
that's good.
I did tell you to get a grip. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I
Yeah. Well, give me yours just because I'm still, still waking up a little bit.
Okay, I'm going first. Okay. So I watched Battle Royale, obviously. But,
Obviously.
We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, let's go from the worst to the best, I guess.
Okay, that's what I always do.
Actually, I got myself an iPad, which makes it easier for me to watch movies now. It's pretty
iPad
nice.
Pro?
No.
No pencil?
No, sadly not. I could buy one. I might do that and use the Procreate app.
It still works.
drawing.
Yeah, it still works on a regular iPad. I would highly suggest probably doing that because I'd probably enjoy that.
Cool, yeah. So from the worst to the best, I went to the cinema with like 8 of my coworkers,
Jesus.
and we saw Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh my god!
Otherwise, I would not have seen it. Like I only saw it because my coworkers were with me, and the movie sucks so hard. I absolutely hated it from the get go. Like the first scene, I was thinking about just walking out. It was horrible.
But it's getting, great reviews. It's doing so well at the box office, though. It's the highest, best
I know
opening for a video game movie ever.
Yeah, but fuck that. Like the movie is super cringe. It's for children, and I know I'm not the target audience, and that's fine. But
is it woke?
No, not at all.
No woke.
No. It's just not funny for me. I didn't laugh. Like it had some obvious product placements, which were the only moments where I laughed. Because it's so blatant and
stupid.
Bullshit. Yeah. It's, God, don't want to talk about it. And Jim Carrey does the Ace Ventura show.
Again,
it's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't know. The movie just I absolutely hated it. I think it was the worst thing I saw in a while.
Yeah, James Mars didn't save it. James.
He was so whatever. Even though he's fine, like he's a good actor, I guess. But it was kind of. Yeah, Sonic is just not worth talking about. I don't know. For children, it's probably nice. I don't give a fuck.
And what would you rate that?
1 star on Letterboxd, so 2 out of 10.
1 star, two out of. Wow, that's like one of the lowest ones I've ever heard from you. Okay.
Yeah, I hated it. I don't want to see it ever again.
6.9 on IMDb. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, that's kind of high.
Yep.
So next worst thing. I saw the Cloverfield Paradox.
Oh, thank God.
And it's super bad.
Thank God.
Good cast though, I like Daniel Bruhl is in it, and
yeah.
John Ortiz and some other cool guys, Chris O'Dowd. But like this movie doesn't make sense at all. I mean, it's kind of supposed to not make sense, but it's not in a fun or engaging way. It's just stupid.
I agree.
And
it was a major disappointment.
Also, it's super obvious that it initially it wasn't intended as a Cloverfield movie. It's just they
just kind of slapped it on there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I did not have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, there's like parts in it that I think are cool, and they're they're like, ooh, that's cool. Like I think when they disappear or something, and there's no Earth around them. I like that. I like when Chris O'Dowd gets his arm stuck in the thing. I thought that was cool, but then after that, there's just nothing. There's just nothing to it. It kind of is one of those just really frustrating movies to watch. Honestly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Honestly.
Okay, then let's just talk about it. So I told you I was gonna do a DiCaprio double feature. I did do that.
Okay.
Instead, I did a Mary Elizabeth Winstead double feature.
Oh yeah.
I watched 10 Cloverfield Lane, but I'm just mentioning this right after the Paradox because it's not as bad as Paradox, of course. But
no.
I just want to go over them one after. You know what I mean? It's honestly, it's still kind of frustrating. The movie 10 Cloverfield Lane is kind of so like I knew I was spoiled for the whole movie. I know what was going to happen, which usually doesn't really bother me honestly. But so I was prepared for the ending, which throws many people off, and it's not good. Honestly,
are we talking about like the ship?
Yeah, all that
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah.
Like for me, I think again, this didn't need to be a Cloverfield movie.
Yeah, but at the same time, I love the fact that the crazy man is the one that was right. Like John Goodman was right.
Yeah, kind. Okay, yeah, fair enough. But still,
Yeah.
like if it just was a creepy thriller, I would have liked it more, I guess.
Like I like the fact that it was completely different from Cloverfield. You know.
Yeah.
Like I like when I saw the preview to Paradox, I was like, oh shit, like that looks, next level. This is going to be bitching. So I like the fact that they've gone, weird different directions, but I agree with you on Paradox that it didn't seem like it was ever intended. Whereas 10 Cloverfield Lane seems like it was intended and it was just different. I like the fact that it was different. I still enjoy that movie.
Yeah, it's a good film.
The ending does kind of throw you off a bit, just a bit.
Like I'm not really that mad about the ending, but it's just I think this movie would work way better for me if it was just, grounded thriller and in the end it was all made up and stuff. And that creepy old man was just, a creepy old man. I don't know. But still 7 out of 10 was pretty good.
7's pretty high.
Yeah, it's dude, the whole atmosphere, the claustrophobic stuff there.
It's not 6.9 Sonic of the Hedgehog though.
No. So, the other movie of the Mary Elizabeth Winstead double feature it's a weird thing. I watched The Thing, the remake, or it's a prequel, but it's basically a remake.
Right.
And it sucks.
Yes.
It's just I don't know. I can't even describe why. It's just so boring. Like, and the CGI effects don't come close to the disgusting practical effects from the
original, because you've seen the original, right?
The original is absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
But this is just shallow and it's forgettable. It's like one of those cheap remakes nobody needed.
Exactly, it's a remake that you did not need. For one, you didn't need it, and it didn't. There's no payoff. There's nothing really good about it.
It didn't change anything. Like it's basically the same and worse. So it's just. Also, the cinematography in the original is absolutely fantastic, and then this one is just whatever.
Another strikeout for Joel Edgerton. Another strikeout. Yeah. He's got a lot of swings and misses.
That's true. Yeah. So yeah, then I finally saw Easy Rider.
Ooh.
I kind of felt the vibes of the movie. The music is pretty good. But like even Once Upon a Time in Hollywood has more story than that. It's like, hey, come on.
I knew. Yeah.
It's just not about anything. Basically, it's just kind of
I watched this with my dad. I think way back in like 2000. No, not even 2000. Like in the 90s, we watched it because I was, like you, movies that are highly rated, that are classic. They pop out at you, and you're like, I need to probably see this. Dennis Hopper, Jack Nicholson, and yeah, but no, it's whatever.
It's kind of dated, honestly. It's
very dated.
It didn't age well.
Kind of boring at times, I don't know.
Yeah, but still, like the good music and stuff, just the atmosphere is kind of nice. So it was like, I was glad that it wasn't that long. It didn't bore me, but honestly, I wasn't that interested because nothing really happens. And I mean, they have those dialogue scenes and the campfire and stuff, but yeah, it's not much happening. I mean, Jack Nicholson makes it all like. I think he's a big benefit for the movie. His character kind of, wakes me up
a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah,
I can
man.
see why it's a classic, but it's.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
For the time, it was probably great, but now,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I watched it though.
So, what would you rate Easy Rider though? I'm curious.
6 out of 10.
6.
Maybe 5. I don't
know.
Yeah. So then I saw yesterday I saw I actually bought that on Blu-ray. I saw the remake of Papillon.
Oh, yeah, you've been talking about this for a while now.
Yeah. It is. It's not as bad as The Thing, but it's still kind of just unnecessary. Like, it's just doesn't change anything, really.
This is coming from someone that recently saw the original as well, right?
Recently is,
A couple months ago, at least.
almost a year probably. I think it was like summer 2019 or something.
That's pretty good. That's pretty close.
Yeah. So I love the original. It's fantastic. And the remake, I mean, Charlie Hunnam and Rami Malek are really solid. Like, I think they're good choices for the characters, actually. Especially Rami Malek was pretty good.
Yeah,
I mean, he's generally kind of weird, and it's a weird character. So
he is a little weird. I agree with you. He's a little weird.
But yeah, I mean, I still think that Steve McQueen is better than Charlie Hunnam, and Dustin Hoffman is better than Rami Malek. But the movie is actually like, it's not as cheap of a remake as The Thing, because it's actually well shot. It's a quality film. But in the end, I was just like, I didn't need this at all. It's solid, but like, it's just kind of, I will forget about it.
Yeah, when you already have a good original too.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really see a point in remaking good movies. Like, why? Especially, like, this is not even the original Papillon. It's not even a foreign movie that needs to have an English version or something. It's just a good film, which is kind of old, but yeah, I don't know. It's just rather watch the original. Even though it's not bad. It's not bad.
That's probably one of the reasons why I've just kind of stayed away from it. I haven't like purposely stayed away from it, but there's just hasn't been a need to put it on play.
Yeah, it's just like there's no need to care about that film, really.
Right. When you've already seen a very, very... It's kind of like, if... I don't want to compare it to Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, but I always use Good, the Bad, and the Ugly as a good example of, like, I would not want a remake of that.
Not at all. Even though there is a good remake.
Which is...
From Korea. The Good, the Bad, the Weird, with Song Kang-ho.
You told me that.
Because it's not... I mean, it's kind of a remake, but it's different enough, because it's not a Western. It takes place in some desert in northern China or something.
And you actually saw this?
Yeah, I saw this. Okay. And it's later in the, like, I think they have cars and stuff. I think it's like in the 1920s or something. So it's actually good, but it's different. And that's, I think, if you want to make a remake, you should take the essence and just change it.
Make it a little different.
Yeah, right. Because then otherwise there's no point, really. And I think like, if you want to do a remake some bad movies and make them better. But, nobody does that.
No, like last year, Pet Sematary, Child's Play, just terrible, both of them.
Yeah,
terrible.
Actually, both Pet Sematary movies are on Prime now, so I could see them both and judge.
The original I thought was actually pretty scary for the time.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
There's some just imagery in there that is just like, Jesus Christ, I don't need to see this. Like, I can close my eyes and still see it. So, yeah.
There's a creepy child, I guess, and
not even the creepy child. There's just this dude that follows him around that's been hit by a car, and he just appears, his fucking head just bleeding everywhere. It's just fucking, ugh. It's fucking, spoilers.
I might see it this week. So, I saw a Netflix movie called Joe Pill Ho: The Dawning Rage, and the reason I saw it is because I think his name is Lee Seung something. The guy who plays Mr. Park in Parasite is in it.
That's why I watched called?
It. Joe Pill Ho: The Dawning Rage.
Oh, it's just a Dawning Rage. I couldn't find it. Okay, here we go. So you watched it because the man is
Sun Kyun Lee is in it.
That is the teenager?
That's Mr. Park from the rich guy.
Oh, right.
So he plays a cop, a dirty cop in this one. The movie is actually pretty decent, and I was surprised how well shot it was. It looks very good. The movie looks really good. Like, not as good as Parasite, obviously, but it's a quality made film, and it just drags a little, and it's kind of confusing in the beginning. The plot is not that, I don't know, it's kind of average, But it has a very strong ending, and I'm glad I watched it. It's like I think nobody else saw it. Doesn't even have 1K ratings on IMDb.
I feel like you're going to see a Korean boom. A lot of Korean movies getting ported over not only to streaming services, but just mentioned in general. So
yeah, understandably.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I saw this because of Parasite.
Right.
And the guy does a good job again. It's a good actor.
But at least you can say you saw Train to Busan before all of it.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But Train to Busan had its own hype, kind of.
I remember hearing about it, but I wasn't close to it.
You should check it out.
I've been leaning towards it. Yeah, been leaning towards it.
So yeah, Joe Pilho, The Dawning Rage is worth a watch, but I mean, it's okay. It's decent.
Joe Pilho.
Yeah, it's not a good title. So what else? I saw a James Bond parody movie called OSS 117, Cairo Nest of Spies. It's from France, and it's with Jean Dujardin, the guy from The Artist.
Right.
And it's actually a pretty damn good James Bond parody. I
Really?
like it. I enjoy it. It's pretty funny, yeah.
Jean
And
Dujardin.
there's a second movie that I will check out. They're both on Prime. Yeah, good watch. Actually, had some good laughs.
I mean, you talking about the Lost in Rio one?
Yeah.
So there's only two of them.
Yeah. Oh, they're making a third one. Just now. It's coming out in 21.
Jean Dujardin. Yeah, I'm looking at that right now.
He's a good actor. I like him.
He is a good actor. I just, I just immediately think of the artist. Yeah, I know. I need to let that shit go. But yeah, because I remember he was in Wolf of Wall Street. I remember him popping up because I wish he was in more things. Not
he's also
French
in the new
things.
He's in the new Polanski movie.
That doesn't.
Which is a French movie. I have no idea what the English title is.
Have you seen many Polanski movies?
Wait, which one? I saw The Ninth Gate. That's Polanski, right? And I saw The Pianist, and that's it.
The Pianist was actually pretty good, but
it is amazing, yeah.
And then Rosemary's Baby is very good, but a lot of them are just
classic.
A lot of them are just
What about Chinatown? Isn't that by him?
Yeah, Chinatown's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, so that that Bond parody movie is pretty good. Then I saw Dead Man by Jim Jarmusch.
This was spoiled for me on your Instagram.
I know.
I'll admit that.
With Johnny Depp, who, dude, it's always kind of weird how good Johnny Depp was in the 90s.
Oh, here we go. Now you're gonna get stuck on Johnny. This is gonna be the next thing.
No, I mean I've seen most of his good movies from the 90s, I guess.
You saw Gilbert Grape, right?
No.
You still haven't.
And
that's hilarious.
I have not seen all of the Tim Burton movies.
Oh, okay. All right.
Anyway, but I've seen like Ed Wood and Fear and Loathing and stuff, so I really like his movies from the 90s, and Dead Man was good.
Agreed with you. Yeah.
Dead Man is really weird, but not in the David Lynch vibe. It's just, I don't know. It's strange. It's like, I can't even describe. Like
Jim Jarmusch is similar, I feel like, to you already name dropped David Lynch, but very like not on that level, I don't think, but just he does do his own fucking shit every time.
But he doesn't have like in Dead Man there is no surreal bullshit in it. But like David Lynch always has this like weird surreal whatever
shit.
Yeah, weird shit. And Jim Jarmusch is more on the characters are weird and they interact in a weird way. Like Lance Henriksen in that movie is weird. No. But actually pretty great.
Crispin Glover's in it. I see that.
Gabriel Byrne is in it. Like they all have small parts. They only have like one or two scenes, except for Lance Henriksen. Who else is in it? Jared Harris, young Jared Harris is in it. That was weird.
I do like Jared Harris.
Billy Bob Thornton, Iggy Pop.
Iggy Pop is always in those weird movies.
Yeah, I know.
Iggy Pop is like I almost want to click on Iggy Pop just to see his. But you enjoyed this Dead Man.
Yeah, it's not a very entertaining movie, but it looks very good, like the way it's shot because it's black and white. I always like black and white.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool. Something different. Liked it.
Yeah, he's in a lot of weird movies. I'm just scrolling through right now.
I think Jim Jarmusch made a movie about Iggy Pop and the Stooges.
Probably.
I think he did. Yeah.
Well, if you ever get a chance to see Crybaby, though, the John Waters, Johnny Depp movie, you might want to check that out. That was so weird.
Baby.
So weird. I saw that in the theater with my grandma. It's terrible.
Oh.
But it's like, it's so bad it's good. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen John Waters movies, but his movies are fucking, again, just another weird director.
What else did he do?
He's the original, Hairspray. I don't know if you've seen Hairspray, but he had better movies early, and then he kind of, in my opinion, took a dive. Like his movies just got stupider and stupider.
None of his movies sound familiar to me.
If I'm being honest, Hairspray is pretty good. I like Hairspray. I've always been a fan of Hairspray. Not the new one though. I'm not watching that shit.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, 1988 Hairspray. That one, that's worth it. That's worth
put
it.
on my list.
Crybaby though, I mean, it's I'd really just want to hear what you would think about like his kind of movies. It's on my list
now. Okay. Check it out if I can, but like I'm not crazy about acquiring it.
No, I wouldn't be. Like if it just falls in your lap, yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay, so then the best and last movie I watched, a true classic, The Bridge on the River Kwai.
This one was spoiled for me as well, sadly.
I know.
I quit doing it though.
I know.
I finally stopped. I don't know why. Because I did it the first time. I was like, shit. And then the second time it clicked. I was like, what is wrong with me? Why did I click it again? Because you're like you pop up right there at the top. I'm like, what is he doing now? So I think I finally got zapped enough,
All right. So yeah, Bridge on the River Kwai, it's pretty great. It's the same director as Lawrence of Arabia, and it kind of has the same fascination. Actually, dude, they blew this bridge up, dude. It's crazy. Looks amazing.
Did you enjoy Alec Guinness?
It was absolutely fantastic, dude.
I saw that movie years ago, like when I was a kid. It was like 93 or something. I actually watched it with someone I don't talk to anymore. But yeah, that was one of the few movies though that dude ever suggested that was good. Honestly, he watched a lot of terrible movies. So
yeah, that does happen.
Yeah,
it's a good film. Liked it.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those historical epics on the big scale that just really works.
Didn't it get remade? Well. I'm pretty sure. No,
I don't think so.
Okay, so that'll be remade then.
Probably one day. Yeah.
Great Escape.
Oh God, no! Please no.
See, I don't want Okay, so this is the weird problem with me with Great Escape. Like I don't want it to happen either. But if they were to start naming off some bitchin' cast, because you'd have to go ultra all-star on that, because at the time Great Escape was all-star as well.
Yeah. I mean, just imagine like the Great Escape with DiCaprio.
No, maybe we need Great Escape, with women. That's what we need.
Oh, yeah, right.
Florence Pugh,
Yeah, just, female POWs in the Nazi camp. Makes sense.
It would do so well at the box office, I'm sure.
Right. So, yeah, that's all I watched.
That's it? That's 12 movies?
Yeah, it was 12 movies.
Jesus Christ. I thought I would be settling in for a good 50 minutes here on that.
I mean, almost.
Well, you did save the best for last, though. I agree.
Yeah.
I kind of wouldn't mind watching that again, actually.
Those
movies are timeless, though. Those 60s, 50s, epics, man. They're just different because they're all practical, man. I mean, like you said at the start, I didn't mean to gloss over it, but the fact that they blew up the fucking bridge is it's amazing. It's amazing.
And just those movies, those are films. Like something like the remake of The Thing. That's just some bullshit. It's not a film.
Right.
Those movies are just.
When you see, like, when you start reading about the sets, you start reading about how many extras were involved and all this shit. It's
on grand scale, man. It's so good.
All right, so moving on to me. I watched some good movies this week. Honestly, I feel like at least I feel like I watched some. So I rewatched The Nice Guys just because of you talking about it. I had a hard on for it as soon as I saw the poster on my list. So
don't say and stuff. Just say they were horrors.
Once again, dude. It's like my third time watching this movie, and I love that movie. I love that fucking movie. Anyway. We'll move on. We've talked about that movie enough.
Can you agree? Gosling plays one of the funniest characters ever.
I agree. It's his character is so good in that I want more, and it's almost like they set it up for a sequel at the end there with this little, hey, we can do a thing together, and I'm like, if it would have done well if it would have done well, and he is so good that like I would be hyped for any kind of sequel to that, but it'll never happen, I don't think.
Yeah, sadly.
And then I watched Trainspotting 2 finally. It's been sitting on my list for, I'm starting to look at the years when I'm looking through my library, and I'm like, oh my God, this came out in 2017 and I haven't watched it yet. So,
and what do you think?
I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it a lot. It just, because Trainspotting was one of those just special movies of the 90s for me. If I ever do a 90s list, that'll take a while because I'll have to like go into... I'll have to keep it quick, if I do a 90s list, basically, because that's the close to home shit. Because the 90s were when, like, I started to, love film, just love it. But, this movie was kind of just, I don't know if I would watch it again. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like the fact that I got to see the characters again. But again, it falls under that. Did I need it? I don't know. There were some great scenes in it, but it's not memorable like the first one. The first one I still consider pretty special.
Yes.
But I did enjoy it start to finish. There wasn't like a moment, but it was really just a nostalgia trip, I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's like the best thing about it. Mm-hmm. And other than the fact that you see those characters again, I think it's kind of forgettable in a way.
A little bit. I really enjoyed Spud's arc, because Spud was always one of my favorites in the first film.
Remember. Honestly.
He's the really weird one that you can barely understand.
I know who he is, but like I don't have a good memory of the second one.
Well, he's trying to get clean. So.
Again.
Yeah, again. But he actually does get clean, I think. So. And then, so I did enjoy it, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a nostalgia trip. This movie though, this is one that you would not recommend, actually.
Oh, okay.
But I decided to watch it finally, and the movie was Alita: Battle Angel. And I know you're gonna hate it, but I actually really enjoyed Alita: Battle Angel, and I'm kind of bummed that another movie that we probably will not get a sequel to because they clearly set it up.
For the better.
No, I disagree.
With Edward Norton in the end, it's all bullshit.
I'm not even talking about that. That's fine, whatever. I mean, I knew it was Edward Norton when I saw the face there, but I thought the CGI was really cool, and I enjoyed the action a lot, and I liked Christoph Waltz. Like I don't know, man. I was just like. I enjoyed myself with that movie.
But shitting on Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you gotta be kidding me.
All right, now you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that at all. You can't do that. That's just get a grip. All right, get a grip. All right.
Yeah, right.
And I will continue to shit on that movie if you keep bringing it up. God damn it.
Yeah, anyway. That's good. It's good. We have something to talk about.
But Alita: Battle Angel, I thought was pretty good. And I could see why it's rated. Fairly decent on IMDb because you were really the only one that was kind of like, I didn't like this movie. I didn't enjoy it at all.
And they wasted two of my favorite actors, Mahershala Ali and Jennifer Connelly. Totally wasted.
not as much of a waste as Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time.
What the fuck, dude?
I mean, you brought it up first, so
yeah, that's not a good comparison though.
If you're talking waste, then yeah. Anyway, but I do agree with you that Jennifer Connelly didn't really have presence in the movie. I did like, the fucked up thing that happens to her, but
Don't remember.
well, she gets cut up, and her brain is just in a suitcase,
Right.
Spoilers.
I've watched like 600 movies since I watched that, so.
Well, maybe you're in a bad mood when you saw Alita. Maybe that's what it is.
Maybe, but I'm just not a huge fan of those CGI spectacle movies.
Yeah, I mean, neither am I. We've talked about CGI and how CGI can really hurt a movie, but I feel like they did well enough to where it'll last the test of time. I think. I still think CGI backgrounds are tough though. Like they still need to, like when people are in front of the background, like that's the only thing that really fell short. I mean, I enjoy like her face and everything. I thought she looked great, honestly. Because I expected it to kind of look bad. I mean, usually you see these CGI spectacles and you don't expect it. Because I just feel like I got to give credit to Double R. Robert Rodriguez. I thought he, because he's let me down. We talked about how Robert Rodriguez has let me down quite a few times. So I was happy that he actually pulled off a good one here, in my opinion. The other movie. What do we got? 3 movies? The other movie I actually went to the cinema to see.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, I saw The Gentleman. No, The Gentleman. Yeah, I saw The Gentleman. The Guy Ritchie movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen this yet?
No.
Oh, bummer. Finally.
Actually, it's not out in Germany yet, but
bummer.
Since I work at a cinema, for all coworkers, there will be like private screening in a few days, so I will see it next week.
Nice. I'm looking forward to what you think because to me,
I love it.
I think you will too because, I don't want to.
I love the trailer already. So
my girlfriend thought it was decent, but my girlfriend's not
a Guy Ritchie person.
No, it was okay. So this is what it was. This is the only reason I saw this is because we were so bored. I think it was on Tuesday that I saw this. We were so bored, and it's $5 ticket Tuesdays, by the cinema around the corner from us, and it was between this and Fantasy Island, and I was like, I kind of wanted to see Fantasy Island. I'm not gonna lie, because it just
4.5 on IMDb.
That's the reason we didn't see it, because I thought for a change, maybe I'll trust IMDb today. Maybe this isn't that good. So that's the reason we went and saw The Gentleman. And, because I know she would have probably enjoyed Fantasy Island probably more.
Okay.
But The Gentleman was a good time, man. The Gentleman takes you back to the real Guy Ritchie, the meat of Guy Ritchie that I really love. And
that's what I was hoping for.
Matthew McConaughey is just, he's just hamming, the hamming the whole time, but in the good way of ham. Charlie Hunnam is very good in it as well. I'm starting to really like Charlie Hunnam in movies. I was kind of hesitant at first after going through such a journey on Sons of Anarchy. Because Sons of Anarchy, that's what, 5 seasons that I had to go through with that. And I like his character, but I always thought he was kind of overacting a bit, So I kind of struggle with Charlie Hunnam from time to time, but Lost City of Zed was where I really kind of started
Green
changing.
Street Hooligans.
Well, that was before Sons of Anarchy.
Fair enough.
But he was good in that. Yeah, that's good Charlie Hunnam, This is pretty good Charlie Hunnam, and then Hugh Grant.
Yeah, my best friend told me that Hugh Grant was pretty good, and he doesn't like him at all. But
Hugh Grant is just fantastic. Like much of the comedy in the movie is just between Hugh Grant and I'm not going to give anything away. Away with you.
What about Colin Farrell?
Colin Farrell is again like those two. They really stand out. But like I said, the cast itself is just very good. The story is very good, and it's just there's a lot of little jokes that you'll miss. Typical Guy Ritchie. Like it's just very good dialogue, and it's pretty thick on the accents again. So you have you got to catch that shit sometimes. Not as much as like Train Spotting, where it's like you can't understand half the shit they're saying sometimes.
Scott.
It's Jesus Christ, yeah.
So it's a rewatchable movie.
Oh yeah, Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I agree with the rating of 8.1 on IMDb because I thought
That's good.
yeah, I thought it was a solid 8 just coming out of it. So maybe
Nice.
it'll go up as I, see it again because I would like to see it again. But I enjoyed that ride. It was really nice just to, it's just nice to have Guy Ritchie,
Back.
going back to, mobster England gangster shit, I love that.
Yeah. I mean, lately his movies kind of. I mean, I like King Arthur and Codename Uncle, but Aladdin, yeah, just kind of sad. And I think he's
Yeah.
making Aladdin too.
Yeah,
That's kind of.
yeah. Like I said with Guy Ritchie, man, I mean, Madonna ruined much of his career, like 4 years out of his life. So I don't want to see him go down this. But at the same time, with Aladdin, at least he's making money. You're making money. And you're proving that you can do big budget shit. So maybe he has more ambition than what I want him to have, which is just stay in England and do your thing,
Actually, he's already making his next movie called Cash Truck. Coming on next year with Jason Statham, Josh Hartnett, Scott Eastwood. It's an action crime drama. No idea.
Guy Ritchie's a worker, man. I mean,
no Tarantino.
He's got yeah. You knew where I was going with that, right? Yeah. You knew where I was going with that shit. I mean, there's a couple of his movies though that I don't, I wouldn't point to, but
the only one I haven't seen is Revolver.
I can't remember Revolver. That's the one with Statham, right?
Yeah.
And then Rock and Roller is with
Rock and Roller is decent.
Yeah. And I love Sherlock Holmes, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of the Sherlock Holmes movies, and I still have not seen. I've not seen Man from U.N.C.L.E. or Legend of the Sword. So.
Yeah, it's called Man from U.N.C.L.E. In Germany, it's Codename Uncle for whatever.
Codename Uncle. Okay.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, Cash Truck. I think we can get behind that. I think we can get behind that right away. Yeah.
I think it's a bad title though. Cash Truck.
But it's about a truck full of cash.
Yeah, but come on, like people should be more creative with their titles. Like I think soon there's a movie with Vin Diesel called Bloodshot. Like,
yeah, but
what the fuck of a title is that?
Yeah, it's based on a comic book on them.
Yeah,
okay.
Come on.
All right. It's a comic book from the 80s and 90s called Bloodshot. All right. From Valiant Comics.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. I actually have Bloodshot #1 sitting in a box, okay? Like, oh my God. Anyway. But I agree, it doesn't look good. So, I mean, I don't think that movie's going to do very well. And I think Vin Diesel, people need to pump the brakes with the Vin Diesel. And he's actually coming out with another Riddick movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's getting old, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, someone's going to have to take the reins on the Fast and the Furious franchise soon.
Oh, he's in the new Avatar movie. Huh.
Oh, that'll be good.
Mm-hmm.
Is it bad to say that I'm kind of hyped for Avatar 2? Is that wrong?
I gotta see footage to be hyped, I think.
Exactly. Like, I feel like a trailer's going to drop and we're all just going to drop our jaws because...
Maybe?
Anyway. So I watched 3 other movies, man. I mean, I'm taking forever here, but...
That's good.
Kingdom of Heaven Director's Cut. This is the second time I've seen this.
Oh.
And we were just talking about epics and, the sets and all that. And I feel like if you ever get a chance to watch Kingdom of Heaven, please watch the director's cut.
I saw it. Like I saw the non-director's cut. I saw the theater cut.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that great.
Exactly.
I heard the director's cut fixes some problems actually.
It fixes a lot. It just
especially in the beginning.
I would argue it's probably one of the best director's cuts of all time because they've added so much meat to the story and there's a lot of scenes. I mean, you're talking 40 minutes extra. And because I saw this movie, I saw it theatrical. I didn't even see it in the theater, but I saw it right after, like in 2005. And I just remember, just like you, this could have been great. This movie could have been.
It looks good.
Yeah,
I think Ridley Scott is really good at shooting like battle sequences and stuff.
Yeah, and the battle sequence in this, I forgot just how great it is towards the end, the Battle of Jerusalem there. But man, I really, 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 really love this movie, the director's cut anyway.
Yeah.
Because I just watched it yesterday. So I mean, I watched it super loud too. I was all in, you know. And I watched it right after Alita. So
2 Edward Norton movies.
yeah, there you go. See, look at you.
I
right
always
away.
liked Edward Norton's role in Kingdom of Heaven.
Exactly. So do I.
His mask is just cool, you know.
Yeah, especially when you find out that it was him, because in the theatrical, like nobody knew when they saw it in the theater. He was uncredited at the time. Yeah. Then it started to slowly slip out, like, yo, that was Edward Norton, and everyone was like, what? No way. But I easily give the movie a 9 as a director's cut, and then I give it like a 6. No, maybe a 6 or 7 for the regular version, but the director's,
I think it's a 6 for me.
So yeah, I agree, 6, because it just doesn't do much, you know, when it's theatrical. But
yeah, and Orlando Bloom kind of sucks, you know.
But he's really good in. I don't know. I kind of like Orlando Bloom in Kingdom of Heaven. It's hard to judge when there's 2 different versions.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, I highly recommend it just because it does have that.
Yeah, sure.
Huge practical feel too. I know there's CGI in it, but there's not a lot. It's not heavy-handed. And then I watched Doctor Sleep.
Finally.
Yeah, but I watched the director's cut, another movie that added
another Ewan McGregor movie,
like 35 extra minutes to this movie, and I read about like all the differences and all that shit, because this movie, I gotta say, fucking was great. Honestly, like I really fucking loved Doctor Sleep. I was all in on this movie, and especially I'm happy that I watched the director's cut for one. Because I started reading up on it, man. This director, he really wanted to bridge this, book and the original Shining movie. And even though Stephen King was hesitant, he kind of pushed King in the direction, because he's like, look, people are more familiar with the Kubrick Shining. But the director added so many little Easter eggs in there. Like, if you're a King reader at all, or a Dark Tower person, thank God, he put in like just 3 or 4 things that were related to the Dark Tower. And there's one like line in the movie that the black dude, what's his name? I forgot. I always forget his name. The Woody Strode character. But he even says to him, he says, Ka is a wheel, and that's a straight up line from the Dark Tower. So it's just like this director understood. He understood what the fuck he was doing, basically. And, Rebecca Ferguson, man, she made me a fan. She made me a fan. She's great. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, I liked her in Mission Impossible. I have to say, like, that's like one of the few things that I feel like I've seen her in. But that role is just so stoic and kind of, battle hardened, whatever, I don't know how to really describe her in Mission Impossible, but this role, she's
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but this role, she's like full of life. You know what I mean? Like, she's
fucking crazy.
She's crazy in the scenes, and the it's kind of brutal. I mean, it's pretty brutal shit in Doctor Sleep. But I would easily give this movie, director's cut anyway, a fucking 9. I enjoyed it so much. Oh, what the fuck? I know.
I did like it, but for me, it's like a 6.
No. I'd give it a 9.
Still good though.
I'm actually gonna say this is the best Stephen King movie since The Green Mile. The best Stephen King movie since The Green Mile. Yeah, all the way. All the way. And Ewan McGregor was fucking great at it.
Dude, I'm a huge McGregor fan, dude.
You are.
I'm glad that he's in like so much stuff right now. I mean, he was the best part about Birds of Prey.
Yeah, and I feel like he's having like this resurgence. Like he's picking up more work.
Yeah.
It's just he's gonna go back to
Kenobi.
Play
Obi-Wan. Yeah, that's great. Also, in Doctor Sleep, I also really like the Zahn McClarnon, the guy who plays Crow Daddy.
Yes. Yeah.
He is also Bone Tomahawk and in Fargo. He's great.
Yeah, he's the guy in Bone Tomahawk that is like, that's a gross boat, or that's an ugly boast. An ugly boast.
Right?
Yeah, I like that guy. I like that guy. I like the whole fucking feel of the fucking movie too, man. I mean, I would watch this again and probably again, just because.
Honestly, that's kind of surprising. I didn't expect you to be like super
But I just
Such a fan of that movie.
I fucking love The Shining. I love the book.
Of course, yeah, okay, yeah.
And I equally love the movie on different levels of appreciation throughout time that I learned to accept Stanley Kubrick's craft. Because I'm not a big Stanley Kubrick fan, but
I know.
But when you go into like the mythos of The Shining, like if you get a chance to watch that Room 237 thing, that is a great documentary on all the weird shit that's surrounding The Shining and what Stanley Kubrick was all about. And it just kind of, the appreciation for what Kubrick did with that adaptation is pretty fine with me. I still appreciate the book more, but the director he just did it right. He fucking did it right, man. So many directors fuck everything up. And, you know, like the director of It, like I enjoy It. I enjoy those movies, but to me, they're just popcorn. They're not.
Have you seen the second one?
Yeah, I saw the second one. I saw the second one.
Dr. Sleep was better.
Yeah, I agree. I just feel like, you know, he could have went deeper. And he was too afraid to touch the Dark Tower shit. He was a pussy. He's a fucking pussy. But the director of Dr. Sleep, he's not a pussy. You know what I mean? He wasn't afraid. He added that shit. Now, granted, I don't know if you saw that shit, though, because you saw the regular version. So I don't know, like, how much of that is probably in the... Because the movie, the director's cut's, like, broken up into 6 parts. So... But I tell you, I didn't feel that 3 hours at all. I was just all in. And I love the fact how he recreated scenes from The Shining. I love the fact that he picked this actress.
That was pretty decent, actually, yeah.
He picked this actress that just mimicked Shelley Duvall so well. I mean, she sounded just fucking like her. It was almost eerie. Henry Thomas as Jack Nicholson was serviceable. You know, it was serviceable. Yeah. It wasn't like mind-blowingly great, but I like the fact that he took the time to fucking just take a chance. You know, he took a chance with that movie, and it's a tragic fucking story too, man. Because, you know, I mean, Jesus, man, Danny just fucking, what a life, you know, just a shitty fucking life for Danny Torrance, you know. Yeah, I really loved it. I really enjoyed that movie a lot.
I didn't know.
And then, but yeah, I mean, you know, I've talked to you before. I mean, you know that the Dark Tower is a special fucking thing to me. So when I see it serviced the right way, doing things the right way, when I see a director that I know fucking gives a shit, you know, it's a special thing. So yeah, it's the best goddamn Stephen King movie I've seen since The Green Mile. And they're few and far in between. Like there's some that are like decent and good, whatever, but most of them are not that great. The 80s, they did a little bit better of a job, and then they totally dropped the ball in the fucking 90s and continued in the, it's not true because Shawshank and Green Mile are just an exception though, because they don't even feel like they were written by Stephen King. You know what I mean? Like
they're masterpieces, basically.
They're masterpieces, but like when you read so much Stephen King, like they're mostly horror, creepy fucking shit.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah,
but Shawshank,
Green Mile is creepy.
Very creepy, yeah. And the book even goes a little heavier into the creep. I love that movie though. Anyway, see Dr. Sleep if you're a fan of Stephen King. The last movie that I watched.
Did you save the best for last?
Well, I was, I was kind of on the fence because The Gentleman was so good, Dr. Sleep was so good, Kingdom of Heaven director's cut was so good.
Yeah.
But Uncut Gems. I finally saw Uncut Gems. Yeah, and I have to admit, man, Uncut Gems was fantastic. It's fantastic.
It is.
It was a fantastic movie. It was the first Safdie brothers movie I've watched, so I'll probably get around to watch Good Time pretty soon.
Yep. You should.
And I agree that Adam Sandler got burned on the nomination. He got burned on a nomination for this movie. I don't know.
He makes the movie.
He does make the movie, and he's so like scummy, but there's still heart there. And no spoilers, but the Departed style ending,
dude, that was crazy.
Is a shock. Is a shock. Like I could feel it coming, I could feel it because I didn't have any spoilers or anything, but I just knew, like, okay, all the good shit, everything's coming together, and then all of a sudden, boom, and
he gets punished, basically.
Yeah.
For shit. Also, dude, like I was surprised Kevin Garnett plays himself, and he does pretty well.
In The Weekend, you know.
And Lakeith Stanfield, who's fantastic in every movie.
All right. No, I gotta say,
That's bullshit.
I need to back the truck up just a little bit. Again, I think you got a Lakeith love affair going on.
He's cool, dude. I just like him a lot. Yeah,
he's okay. I don't know about this fantastic and everything yet. All right, let's see more. Yeah,
that was bullshit. But come on, I just like him.
Let's see more.
Fan of a lot of people, dude.
I'm watching Lakeith in this movie, and I'm just like, all right, he's all right. He's all right. Anyway. The movie, though, I'm very happy that I watched it, because I think after seeing The Gentleman, I was just kind of in a crime fucking mood anyway.
Yeah.
But Uncut Gems was just a fun movie. It was fun. It was kind of intense at times, and just like...
It's really intense, very stressful.
And it's very real, too. It's very real, because there's people like that, man, that just... Like, as soon as he gets... I mean, there's a little spoiler here, but as soon as he gets that ring and he goes to pawn it, I'm just like, oh my God. The fuck is this guy doing, man? Like,
yeah.
Just this dude is on another level of crazy. On another level of crazy. But Adam Sandler, the reason why he deserves the nomination is because that did not feel like Adam Sandler at all. That just felt like a crazy ass fucking New Yorker that is off his fucking grill. So it's a great movie, man. Great movie. I'm really happy that I sat down to watch that.
Yeah. All right.
That's it, dude. That's all I got. That's the show.
You watched some pretty good stuff.
We'll see you guys next week.
We still have one movie left.
One movie. Yeah, let's get to this.
So yeah, Battle Royale.
Yes, Battle Royale, 2000s Battle Royale, the cult classic.
How do we do this with the movie reviews? I think first I asked you, did you like it?
Yeah, I mean, define like.
Yeah.
I think appreciate is in order for Battle Royale. It wasn't really for me.
I can agree on that.
Thank you. I was kind of hoping you weren't going to tell me, oh, it was so cutting edge and fucking great.
I was disappointed. Like,
yeah, same.
I mean, the whole idea, like, it's hard to forget that this was the first Battle Royale movie, kind of, you know, because
but
the whole thing is so prominent right now.
Let's not forget Running Man, though. You know, the Running Man
I've never seen Running Man.
The Running Man was technically a kill-all fucking movie, game show movie, so people forget about the Running Man.
Yeah, but I mean, this is, children murdering each other.
Children murdering each other, yes.
Which is probably the only reason, like, because it's teenagers, this movie is probably not available in Germany for years. I mean, it is, like, yeah, you couldn't buy it, I think, in Germany for many years, because, like, the whole premise is kind of cruel. But
a little bit. Yeah.
That's basically it, because the movie isn't that violent, actually. Like, it's not graphically. It's not a better movie.
The violence is more cheesy, I think.
Yeah, really cheesy.
The blood is very bright blood, I think.
Also some CGI blood and stuff, which look good.
Yeah.
Honestly, like in the beginning, I thought like, yeah, this atmosphere it's pretty intense. I was just like, I thought, okay, some bad shit's gonna happen now. Mm-hmm. And then when they started killing each other, it's like was kind of disappointing, because it's not that violent as I expected, and I think Japanese movies kind of have a problem with over dramatizing bullshit stuff and overacting.
Yes.
I mean, you get what I see. Like, everybody in the film, like, almost every character is in love with somebody else and stuff, and it all feels super cheesy.
It was very soap opera. Very.
Yeah, really. And I don't know. There's just I didn't care for the main characters.
Me neither.
Really.
Me neither.
But I don't know. I was kind of disappointed. Like, yeah,
it was very disappointing. Yeah, it was very disappointing for me as well, because I'm kind of with you. I didn't care about any of these characters. I liked the beginning. I liked the intensity of them good. When they're in the classroom and they're tossing the bags and stuff. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be an event. This is gonna be something special, because The reason why I'm coming down so hard on Battle Royale today is because that when Hunger Games, I hate to fucking compare them, but when Hunger Games came out and I enjoyed Hunger Games, I had 3 friends of mine telling me, oh, Hunger Games sucks. Battle Royale is where it's at. And I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all, because I feel like the characterization in Hunger Games and what's at stake is just more, and the story is better. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even really compare them, honestly.
Yeah, I think the reason why people say that is just because of the premise. Because
Kids
Battle
killing
Royale
each other.
did it first, basically.
Right. But I throw that back. Running Man did it before that. So.
Okay.
I'm telling you. That's the great, back to their side when they want to get all Battle Royale on you. Is just say, Running Man, bitch. So.
To be the OG.
I did find myself, though, I have to say this, like, throughout, like, when, I don't know, like, after the first 30 minutes, like right when you nail it with right when they start killing each other, I was just, like, waiting for it to be over, like. Yeah,
kind of, but I wasn't bored. Like,
yeah, I wasn't bored.
It was okay.
I was bored with their overacting, talking to each other, like when they're all huddled up. Like, I just wanted to see more fucking motherfuckers hunting each other, but it was really only the 2 people hunting and trying to get shit done.
Yeah, also there were so many kids, like so many characters that you don't even know who is who, basically. So
I would say too many. Yeah, too many.
Yeah, right. It's too many. Like, just make fewer, and then you actually care about them, maybe, or make better characterizations, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, set something up, but I don't know.
I just feel like the story overall too kind of left me. I'm fine with ambiguity, you know that, but there was just like, give me a little bit more on why the Battle Royale started instead of this guy telling him, you guys are bad. You guys are bad kids. Like, what the fuck was that?
Kind of crazy, It's just like, he's nuts.
I mean, I like the one dude, I guess, that was, with the shotgun that was kind of protecting them a little bit.
The badass.
Yeah, he was kind of, he's got a headband
he had a
on.
Backstory.
Backstory. He's got a headband,
Right. And he murdered people.
But the other dude, the crazy orange-haired kid, I mean, I didn't feel like he was menacing.
No, not really.
He's clearly the villain, Well, the teacher's the villain as well, but...
The last scene with the teacher is super weird when he gets shot and then gets up again. Spoiler.
Yeah, and why does he have a water gun?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
Yeah, it's kind of like, what the fuck?
He shoots him with a water gun, and then all of a sudden he pulls out a real pistol. It just... I don't know. Maybe it's a culture thing. I don't know.
Maybe it's some joke or some hidden meaning. I don't know.
But I agree with you on this Japanese overacting, over dramatization thing, like, because it comes
it's not the
through.
First time that I see this. Like, a lot of Japanese movies have this, and Korean movies actually don't have it at all.
Yeah, Korean. They feel like more grounded.
Yeah, Korean movies are amazing. Actually, I like the tone way more.
Yeah.
Though I gotta say, Japanese samurai movies from the '60s are bitchin'.
Well, that's different. Yeah,
that's totally different.
Because the over dramatization comes through glaringly in anime as well. But yeah, I didn't really like any of these characters though, man. I just didn't. I didn't give a shit about like any of these kids. Like,
yeah, I can totally agree.
Like, I almost would like a different version of it, but then again,
more violent, more splatter.
More violent, but even maybe not kids, just adults, and they have to kill each other, Just, I don't know, more fun.
Yeah, maybe when the Fortnite movie comes out.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Directed by Guy Ritchie, Fortnite.
Yeah, right. Fortnite. So, what's your rating on that?
I mean, when I was watching it, I was like, I'm gonna give this shit a 5. Like, like I said, halfway through it, I found myself frustrated and a little just like, I gotta get this over with. Like, I want to watch something good. So I gotta be honest there. I don't know if I would give it a 5. I'd probably give it a 6 just based on, because when I was watching, and I admit that I was struggling, that I was frustrated, but at the same time,
it's not bad.
I really tried to put myself 20 years ago in the year 2000 and say to myself, what would this have been like if I would have saw it in 2000?
Yes.
and I probably still would have given it a 6 because I'm still the same critical fuck
Yeah.
that I was back then. But I appreciate it, I guess. That's the only reason I'd give it a 6 is because I appreciate the film.
Yeah, I can totally agree on the 6.
I'm happy that we agree here because I was really,
Yeah.
I was afraid, man. He's gonna love this movie, maybe, but no, yeah, huh?
Yeah, that's kind of it. There, I don't have anything more
There
to
you
say.
go. Episode 17, ladies and gentlemen. Battle Royale.
You still have something left.
All right, what do you got?
So
Any more thoughts though on this? Because I feel like we went
No.
real quick on Battle Royale.
Yeah, but there's not much to say because, like as you said, we both really didn't care
Mm-hmm.
at some point anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So yeah,
Hmm.
I have the my favorite movies of the 2000s and my favorite movies from the 90s. Which one do you want to do, or both?
2000s, and then we'll see where we're at after the 2000s. I mean, they're not as big, so
Yeah, that's true.
this is 35 movies of the 2000s
35, and you're gonna love this.
from the
Yes,
year 2000 to 2009.
Yes,
The odds.
exactly.
Okay.
Dude, there are some movies in here that I know you will be screaming.
Don't fucking give me a bunch of French shit. You know what I mean? Like, let's keep it real, okay? Let's keep it
one
real.
second.
Delete all the French, you know?
Okay, so wait. Let me open this on my iPad.
Let me bring out my brand new iPad, because I'm dying to touch it.
That's just really convenient to have a third screen, kind of, you know.
Yeah.
So the first movie, the 35, that is an
35.
animated movie I mentioned last week,
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
which is kind of I put it at 35, so
okay.
like it's I wouldn't say it's a guilty pleasure because I think it's a good movie, but it's a children's movie, it's an animated movie, it's probably not as good as I think it is. I just grew up with it, so it's.
I like how you set this up, though. I love how you set it up. Well, what do we got here?
Kung Fu Panda.
Oh
I
my
just
God.
like it a lot. Voice acting by Dustin Hoffman and I think Jeremy Irons.
Jack Black is what
And Jack Black as well, yeah.
jumps out to me. Look at you going down memory lane with your Kung Fu Panda.
Good movie.
Hey, man, it's your list. I love it.
Yeah. Next one is a complete change of tone. It's a movie by Alfonso Cuarón,
Ooh.
Children of Men.
Yeah, I knew Children of Men had to be on a 2000s list for sure.
Yeah, it's one of the best shot movies ever, I guess. Like, the
deserves to
cinematography
be.
is absolutely amazing.
It's a good story, too. Just depressing.
It is. Very dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a while, though, since I've seen it, so I might need to refresh it.
It is one of those movies. You got to be in the mood for it. You got to be in the mood for it.
Good Clive Owen role, also. He's not always great, honestly.
No.
He's a Gemini Man. No.
Is he in that?
Yeah, he's the villain.
Oh, man. I saw on a list of a guy I follow on YouTube, and he put Gemini Man in his top 15 worst movies. So
Yeah. I think my favorite. Oh no, we'll get to that. So next one is a comic book movie from 2006.
Ooh.
Can you guess what it is? It's very brutal. It's very stylized. One sec, excuse me.
Uh-oh. Someone's knocking on the door. You're using too much bandwidth.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right,
2000 said goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye, bro.
Yeah,
Doing a show.
He's leaving forever. Okay, so it's a comic book movie, or I think it's a comic book.
Sin City.
No.
Oh.
It's directed by Zack Snyder. 300.
Oh, okay.
I was always a big fan of this. Like, even when I was way too young to see it, I was a big fan.
I don't think you could be not a fan of 300, honestly. I feel like,
it's like, just so insane.
It's so easy, like, to pick it apart if you want to, and the technicalities of film and shit. But, like, if you can't sit down and have a good time with 300, then there's something wrong with you.
It's just a blast. And
It's the first time I ever saw Michael Fassbender too. First time.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was in Band of Brothers though.
Yeah, maybe.
That doesn't count. Everybody was in Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
So yeah, 300 is just like so over the top, but I don't know, just like the look a lot.
Yeah, and I don't think Gerard Butler will ever overcome Leonidas.
No,
stigma.
It's his best role ever, probably.
Just imagine walking down the street as Gerard Butler and people shouting at you. That's Sparta.
Yeah.
I love it. I like picturing shit like that.
One of the better Zack Snyder movies, because he's also not always great, especially lately.
You know, there's some disagreements there.
Wait, do you like Justice League?
No, not Justice League, because Justice League was picked apart by Joss Whedon. So.
Oh yeah, right. But you like Batman v Superman?
Oh yeah, the Ultimate Edition, baby, and I love Man of Steel. Love Man of Steel.
Okay. I think it's like his best movie is 300, and then it's Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah,
I think for me,
you're forgetting his best of all time.
I know you mean Watchmen.
Yes.
Now Watchmen is not on the list.
I already know that.
But it's good. I don't dislike Watchmen. Okay, next one is a Wes Anderson movie. Can you guess it?
What came out in the 2000s?
It's stop motion.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
That's right. I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It's basically a children's movie that works for adults.
Speaking of Wes Anderson,
for everybody.
I did finally see the preview to French Dispatch, and that looks good. Looks fun.
Yeah, it looks like the usual Wes Anderson stuff, which is
fun. You definitely don't look at that and say anything else like that. He has got a distinct style about his movies. So.
Yes. Have you seen Fantastic Mr. Fox?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
I don't watch children's movies, Alman.
It's not a children's movie.
I'm an adult.
It's basically for everybody.
You got 2 children's movies on here, and
yeah, weird.
You're starting to scare me a little bit.
Yeah, that's the only 2 children's movies
Someone's
on the list.
Me. I'm just fucking with you, though. You know that. I probably watched it, but I just haven't had the chance. Oh.
I mean, it's just because it's Wes Anderson, it's worth watching, I think.
Right.
And his style totally works in stop motion. Isle of Dogs is also pretty good. Next one is a iconic heist movie with Brad Pitt and George Clooney.
Oh, okay. Which Ocean's movie is it, though?
Ocean's 11, of course, which is by far the best one. The second one kind of sucks, I think. And the third one is all right.
Completely disagree on the second one. I love the second one because of the Vincent Cassel role. I love the second one.
Fair enough, but I don't know, just kind of, in comparison to the first one, I was kind of disappointed. Because I think the first one is actually really good. And the second one is kind of...
I just don't like Andy Garcia, you know? I can't buy Andy Garcia as a bad guy, ever.
Okay.
He's just one of these guys that acts too tough, and he ain't fucking tough. All right, I said it. I can
do that. Yeah.
We could do a list of dudes that act too tough, and we don't buy it.
Yeah, top 1 is Vin Diesel.
Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about. You get it.
But just look at this cast. You have like Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Matt Damon, Casey Affleck, and Don Cheadle. That's already enough,
I mean, you're forgetting about Scott Conn,
Who?
James Caan's son.
Right.
He was paired up with Casey Affleck throughout the movie. They're
that
together.
guy. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know the other actors by name. Anyway, I think this is a really fun movie, even though it's like, of course, not perfect. Because it all works a little too well in the end, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a whole lot of fun, so why complain?
Is it as good as Ocean's 8, though?
No, because Ocean's 8 totally sucks. Okay, next one. Next one is a Disney adventure movie. Hopefully it's the only Disney movie on this list. Yeah, I think it is.
Animated or?
No, it's not animated. It's Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one.
The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Yeah, which is a pretty damn great movie.
I saw a post today, rumor that Zac Efron is being eyed for Jack Sparrow for the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot.
The fuck? You joking?
No, I'm not, dude. It's a rumor. But
I mean, I don't think that Zac Efron is like bad, but
no, I don't think he's bad
why?
either. But I just feel like it's too soon. You know what I mean? Like a reboot is
Yeah.
way too soon for that franchise. And if you're gonna do Zac Efron, then just make a different character. Don't, because people are they're not gonna accept that. I mean, there's people out there that are psychotic about Jack Sparrow. So
For a lot of people, probably Johnny Depp is just Jack Sparrow.
exactly, and I've seen that with people that I know. Like they love Jack Sparrow. So
Iconic character.
I would
Sure.
agree. I would agree.
And the first one, like without the whole franchise stuff, it's just a real like it's a little dark actually, and very good movie.
Darker than you expect for Disney movies. And then as the franchise gets, because I've mentioned it, I love 2 and 3. I actually love the first 3. I feel like are just a
I
very
wouldn't say
good.
love, but they're good.
No, you gotta just fucking love it, okay? Just fucking
Okay.
love it.
I
But
like the second and third one, but
what I'm saying is that I guess I just appreciate that Disney like embraced such a dark and deep story for that franchise. You know.
yeah. But
'Cause
the
they
fourth one totally sucked,
I agree. The 4th one is fucking terribad.
and the fifth one is just whatever.
Yeah, but you got Harvey R. Bardem with the weird wave face, you know?
Yeah.
You finally get to see Barbosa, you know, have a nice send-off.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. I think Paul McCartney, you know, is in it.
Oh yeah, right. And Keith Richards is in the fourth one as his father.
Yeah.
That fits pretty well.
Hey now. Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, my top 30. Pirates of the
Okay.
Caribbean 1. 29 is a movie from Brazil
Well, here
called
we go.
City of God.
I was already going to say that. I know what movie. It's like the only movie that's ever
It's
come
the only
from
Brazilian
Brazil.
movie I've seen.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's one of those ghetto movies, one of those, street. I don't know how to call that, just it's not authentic, I think. Maybe it is, I don't know. Just like those down to earth street rough ghetto movies, I like them a lot. And,
Ghetto movies.
yeah, that's a genre, like Menace to Society.
I just love the way you said this. This is one of those ghetto movies.
So yeah, the City of God is pretty damn great.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I can say about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to rack my brain. I can't think of any other Brazilian movie that's really ever come out. But
It also has some children murdering each other. It's pretty rough.
which is always good. It's always good.
Right.
I mean, if you like dark shit, there's nothing better you can pull than the child killing another child type shit.
Yes. That needed to be said.
Yeah.
Next one is, I think it's the only Coen movie on this list.
The Coen brothers?
Yes.
Only one?
Yeah.
What the fuck kind of list is this?
I know.
Okay, so wait a
And,
minute. 2000s, it would have to be. You can go ahead and say it. I don't want to intrude on you.
Actually, I'm kind of afraid of telling you because, like, I think I told you last time that
You don't like the
I'm
Coen brothers.
I'm not a huge fan of No Country for Old Men.
You told me that, yeah.
So yeah, my pick is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Thou, whatever.
No, you can't go wrong with, this is Dapper Dan, man. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's a great role for everybody in that movie too. Especially
For everybody, yeah.
Yeah, all of them. Because George Clooney's one of those guys that's either going to do. I don't think George Clooney's a great. Do we think George Clooney's a great actor?
Not really. Like he's not on the same level as somebody like.
A DiCaprio, obviously.
Yeah, like I mean he's good, but he's not amazing. I would say.
Yeah. He's had roles where he's been pretty good, but not
This one, for example.
Yeah. But I even like Turturro in this too, and I don't
That
really
means
care
a lot,
for Turturro.
yeah.
I don't really care for John Turturro.
And Tim Blake Nelson.
Tim Blake Nelson kind of steals the show, though. I mean, I feel like he kind of. He's in it.
Say a bad word here, but he looks kind of
The
simple.
R word.
Yeah.
He went full Simple Jack in this role. I've actually, it's funny because I almost watched The Ballad of Buster Scruggs this week.
Oh.
I almost clicked on that,
Oh.
but so I need to watch that because I rave about Tim Blake Nelson. Because he was in Watchmen and he was really good in Watchmen. The show.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, I just remember that scene. I think it's in the theater when he's like, "We thought you was a toad." I love that.
Oh yeah, right.
I love that scene, man. There's a
some
lot.
weird bullshit in this
There's
one.
a lot of weird shit, but there's a lot of like sneaky lines that are fucking hilarious in Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Also, I think John Goodman is in it, like as some KKK leader or something.
Yeah, he's a little crazy.
Yeah, of course. John Goodman is always kind of.
Well, he's always good in Coen Brothers movies too. So
That's true. Yeah.
He's one of their boys. One of their boys.
For sure. But I think all like Tim Blake Nelson and Turturro are boys of them as well. At least Turturro.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite Coen movies actually. I think Fargo is pretty good. And Battle of Buster Scruggs is pretty amazing. And actually, I think it might have been. It wasn't in my top 50 list for the 2010s, but it
Might
maybe it
sneak
should've.
in there.
Yeah, pretty
Take
good.
Marriage Story. Get that shit out of there.
Fuck you.
There was a movie in your top 50s. I can't remember, but I came down on you. I don't remember what it was now.
I can look that up.
It was in the top 50s. I remember. No, it was like you had something above Hateful Eight, and I was like, what?
Yeah, Marriage Story.
There it is. Yeah, I'd trade out Marriage Story for Oh Brother. Or no. I haven't even seen it yet, so I don't know what the hell I'm talking about,
That's right. Just shut your mouth.
I will. What are we at 28 now?
It's 2027.
Okay.
It's a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Ooh. Body of Lies.
No, I don't like that movie.
J. Edgar.
No, I haven't seen that. J. Edgar is from 2011, I think. Actually, Body of Lies, I'm not a huge fan because Body of Lies is just a very solid movie, but it's just kind of whatever. Like, I couldn't tell you what I don't like about Body of Lies. It's just kind of, I don't know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Almond
decent
doesn't.
enough.
This is another one of those moments where Almond doesn't know what he's talking about. Body of Lies is fantastic. Everybody should see Body of Lies.
Right. But anyway, the movie I'm talking about with DiCaprio, it also has Jaimin Hunsu.
Ooh, blood fucking diamond, baby.
Right. Oh, there's pictures. Well, that kind of sucks. Yeah, it's good. What can I say? Also, probably, I think actually Jaimin kind of steals the show in this one because DiCaprio's role isn't that deep. It's good, but it's not.
The man from Rhodesia.
His accent is pretty good though.
His accent is fucking great, actually. That South African accent I thought was really, really good. Because he doesn't really do a lot of accents, I feel like.
Yeah, DiCaprio is not one of those actors I think about when I think about an accent actor who's like.
His voice is so distinct. Like he doesn't, not like Gary Oldman or, there's a few others that just.
The best actor for accents and the best actor in general is Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah.
His voice work is so incredible.
Yeah.
Love that guy.
I mean, DiCaprio does do a pretty good Southern though in Django, but at the same time, he still sounds like Leonardo DiCaprio. So yeah, that's funny.
The kind of sad thing about this list is that many of these movies I haven't seen in a while, so it's kind of hard for me. Also, please don't give me too much shit about the order of this list.
Oh no,
it's hard. Next one is a Clint Eastwood movie, like by Clint Eastwood. It's not with Clint Eastwood. Oh, I already showed the picture. It's Mystic River.
Mystic River is a tough movie.
It is very dark. Yeah,
very dark.
Sean Penn's performance is legendary.
Yeah, he didn't get the Oscar for that either.
He
did. He did. He got that and that for Milk. So he's two-time Oscar. Okay,
I can see that. Sean Penn is powerhouse.
Well, Sean Penn was one of those guys that didn't want to play the game back in the day. So he like. Yeah. So I made that comparison too. They're very, very similar. And speaking of Joaquin, and he recently saved a calf and its mom. So he's talking the talk. He just saved a cow and a baby cow. I don't know what he did with these cows, but he saved them. He saved them. So, he's sticking true to his Oscar speech about saving cows,
Let's talk about important stuff.
Fucking weird.
That's not bad. Let's talk about Mystic River.
Yeah.
Tim Robbins, good role. Very, very sad. Very sad role.
Yeah, everybody
Kevin Bacon
raved.
is kind of whatever, I think.
I like Kevin Bacon in this.
I do too, but he's not the focus of the film, actually. It's more about Sean Penn and Tim Robbins.
I feel like Tim Robbins was just Tim Robbins in the movie. I remember talking about this with my grandma because she really liked Tim Robbins. She wanted him to win and shit, and I just was like, no. Because I thought it was just Tim Robbins being... Tim Robbins has this way of acting where he just kind of stares off in the distance sometimes, and it just... I don't know.
Not the Gosling.
No. Gosling is much better than Tim Robbins. Tim Robbins, I thought, was even great in Shawshank, but I still would give the edge to Morgan Freeman as the...
Yes, totally.
Yeah. But, yeah, Mystic River's not a movie you're going to want to watch a lot.
No.
But that scene when he realizes his daughter is gone is tremendous. Tremendous.
It is, yeah. So 25 is a movie that we mentioned before today. It's a movie, I think, the leading actor won the Oscar for it. It's The Pianist with Adrian Brody.
Another dark, heavy film.
That is true, but I thought about watching this again a couple of days ago, but I didn't. Might do it though soon, because it's a good film.
It is a good film.
But very sad, of course. Yeah.
It was one of those movies too that when you watched it, you just knew that he was going to get the Oscar, and just one of those locks, that year. And it's just weird because he hasn't ever gotten back to that. I feel like.
Yeah, I think it's kind of sad. I would like to see Adrian Brody more again. He's in almost every Wes Anderson movie, which is cool. And he was in Peaky Blinders as a villain, which worked pretty well. But other than that, you don't see him that often.
No, it seems like he looks like he's just comfortably taking roles here and there. Like he hasn't not been busy, but it just seems like it would be nice to see him in something, a lead again.
Yes.
Something where he stretches it again on this level, because he's capable. He's capable. That's what I'm saying.
Very good,
yeah.
All right. Next one is a comic book movie from 2006.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, which one is it?
Batman Begins?
No,
that was 05.
Yeah.
That was 5, yeah.
Is it? I think it's Frank Miller as well.
Oh, The Spirit, yeah, 100%. The Spirit.
Sin City.
I thought that was 05.
No, I think that's
credited as.
Is it?
2005. Yeah, bitch.
Shit.
Yeah, motherfucker.
That's like the first time I don't know the date of a movie.
How you like that, bitch? I'm teabagging you right now. I'm teabagging.
Yeah, that's kind of embarrassing, honestly. But yeah, Sin City, it's been ages since I watched it, but it's pretty great. And
that's something I know you argue about too, is dates. Like you pop up real quick, like, nah, it was 87, bro.
Yeah, I know.
That's nice to see you finally fuck up. I love it.
Yeah, right. I just wanted to say when we talked about Children of Men, I wanted to say that probably this one is my favorite Clive Owen role.
I completely agree with you.
Badass.
An absolute badass as soon as he's on the screen from start to finish.
Yeah. And Benicio del Toro is just a creepy fuck.
And then the character is completely ruined in the sequel. So weird.
Oh, dude, Josh Brolin.
So
that was
weird.
bad. Come on.
Yeah. No, the only thing I think saved Sin City, the sequel, was
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt's story arc. Yeah, that's the only thing. Other than that,
let's not talk about the sequel. It's kind of bad. But this one is it's a classic. And Robert Rodriguez, he did some good movies.
Yes.
He is definitely capable.
Yeah.
Okay, next one is weird because I don't think it should be that high on the list.
Really?
So I've kind of made a mistake, but it's a good movie, but I wouldn't say it's better than The Pianist or
Now that you're looking at it.
Yeah.
Now I need
So-
to know.
The movie has a famous quote. Yeah.
Okay.
Matt Damon.
Oh my
Team America.
god. Oh my god.
Team America is great, but like not as great as Sin City or The Pianist or
Yeah, I'd probably put that
any
like,
other movie on this list.
like 35, 34, like just to mention it. I feel you. I feel you on
Yeah.
mentioning it, because it is great. It is fucking great. I love Team America, especially the unrated edition where they really show a lot of crap. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Team
It's
America.
such a bullshitty movie.
Yeah.
Great.
No, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you that you have this on your list. So I approve.
Yeah, but it shouldn't be that high, honestly. Like, I mean, if you look at this, like, it's not better than Fantastic Mr. Fox or Pirates of the Caribbean or something.
I kind of disagree. I think one could argue that it could be higher.
Right, of course. It's good. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Speaking of very fun, not really. Next one is a science fiction movie.
Like you can't have all dramas in here. Like you just can't.
I know. There's some comedies.
Yeah.
So a science fiction movie from I think it's 2009.
Ooh.
It's District 9.
There we go. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Even though the special effects are not perfect, they kind of are in a way. Like they don't look top notch, but they work.
Yeah,
like
I think
the aliens look pretty great.
I feel like they'd probably still work today too, because the way they blended it in with like the trash, because it's very trashy and dirty, like.
Yeah, which is a fresh take, honestly.
That's what I've always loved about District 9 was that you had these aliens that were stupid, like no one has ever done that where they actually had them they're kind of losers, you know what I mean? They're all hooked on cat food and shit, which was really weird. It's very out there.
It's a weird movie.
Yeah, but I'd even like to see that again,
Me too. It's
I've
also
seen
one
it
of the
like
few
3
movies
times.
One of the few movies my brother actually likes.
Really?
He's very critical.
Is he the
David
Lynch
guy.
fan?
Yeah. Now he just doesn't watch a lot of movies, but he thinks District 9 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Which does mean
I think even my grandma liked District 9, so I mean she doesn't like any
most
science
people
fiction.
like this.
I mean, I think I've met a few people that didn't, but yeah, I mean, overall, like it was just it's such a fresh take, and I've always wanted to get the sequel, and they've never given us. They've given us Elysium, which was fucking shit.
And Chappie.
Never watched Chappie because I was
Chappie
burned
is
by
also
Elysium.
whatever. Yeah. What's this guy's name? This guy's name?
Blomkamp? Neil
Blomkamp, yeah. And wasn't this the first movie with Sharlto Copley?
That's the first time I ever saw him, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Next one is a comedy. Again. 21 is Hot Fuzz.
I do like Hot Fuzz.
My favorite movie of the trilogy.
I'm with you there.
Most people like Shaun of the Dead a lot, and I was just, after Hot Fuzz, I was kind of disappointed. I'm not a huge fan of Shaun of the Dead. It's all right, but Hot Fuzz, just I don't know. I really enjoy the story and all.
I actually agree with you. I would have said Shaun of the Dead, but when I tried to watch it about a year and a half ago, I got halfway through it and I was like, this just isn't as funny as either I remember or as it used to be, because there's just been so much zombie spoof shit. And you got to give it credit because it was one of the first, you know what I mean? It was fresh at the time, but I feel like Hot Fuzz is more original. More original.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
And I actually recently saw it again with 2 friends, and it was, I could watch this all month. No, not all month. Once a month. It's just very fun. I love the plot. The plot is amazing, dude.
My favorite part about Hot Fuzz is when he's telling them how he was a kid and he would pull over other kids. I thought that was just fucking hilarious. Just little things like that. Yeah,
Edgar Wright is great with comedy, especially visual comedy. There's some great stuff in this.
Yeah, he's kind of sneaky funny too. I like sneaky funny where you almost have to watch it a couple times to get like the really funny shit that's in there.
Yeah, that's what makes a good comedy, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
next one. Top 20.
Top 20 of 2000s.
2000s. It's another Clint Eastwood movie.
Gran Torino.
That is fucking right.
Yes. There
Yeah.
we go.
You happy about that?
I am happy about that because I remember like there was a lot of hype around Gran Torino, and I remember thinking, why? Like, why? What the fuck is Gran Torino? You know, and I remember finally seeing it, just like, oh my god, that was just balls. Like, it's a movie, it's a man's movie, I think, you know.
Probably.
But there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong
No.
with that. I saw a clip actually recently. I'm not trying to get off track, but there was a clip because I recently saw a preview to a documentary that I'm going to be watching soon on John Milius. It's just called Milius.
Yeah.
And you know, he directed a few movies, you know, Conan the Barbarian. He wrote a lot of movies. Kind of a crazy fucker, as people know. But there was a clip of Sam Elliott, you know, talking about Milius, and he's like, John didn't make movies for women. He didn't make movies for pussies. He made movies for men. You know? And I like that. I like that because I feel like there needs to be movies for both fucking genders, you know, like, and I just consider Gran Torino a fucking man's movie. I love that movie.
Yeah. I have nothing to add.
It's a little racist, you know. It's a little racist. I think if you're Asian, you might want to, you know, just be warned. You know, you're gonna hear some words, you know, that might be offensive.
Yeah, come on.
So $1 Million Baby didn't make the cut, did it?
No, because of Hilary Swank.
I love it.
Even though I don't hate her that much anymore. It's fine, but I don't know. I didn't like $1 Million Baby as much because I think I saw that after Gran Torino. You know, that was kind of not that into it. Next one is another foreign language movie.
Oh, great.
But you might have seen it though because it's by a pretty known director, by Guillermo del Toro. It's Pan's Labyrinth.
I like it.
Pan's Labyrinth is the best fairy tale movie ever.
And it needs to be on that list. And I think it's the best Guillermo del Toro movie as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, of course. I mean, Hellboy is pretty good, but also very cheesy. And this one is just...
I mean, I love Hellboy. I love the Hellboy movies.
Yeah,
but Pan's Labyrinth is dark. It's deep. It's fucked up.
Creepy. It's scary in a way. It's disgusting at points. Like the toad thing and the pale man.
It's
some
very
great stuff.
Yeah.
The villain is great as well.
It's like a fairy tale in a nightmare. It's just visually stunning too.
That is true. All right, next one is a movie with Tom Hanks. It's also maybe a bit high on the list, but I really enjoyed it because it's a great good feel movie.
I already know what it is.
Yeah, The Terminal.
I know it. The Terminal. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
I love The Terminal. It's great.
So do I.
I mean, yeah, it's probably not the best movie, but it's just, I don't know, it's just enjoyable to watch. It's just very, very nice for the heart, you know.
Yeah, it's just got a lot of heart, and you get a lot of comedy in there. Not, you know, it's not over the top comedy, but you get a little over the top with Stanley Tucci's character, and I love when Stanley Tucci goes a little wild.
So you love him in the Hunger Games movie?
There's Stanley Tucci has been in a lot of like crime movies. I can't really name them off the top of my head, but I always like Big Night. I just like it. He has a scream that is so feminine, and I love it when a man screams like a woman. And he's one of those dudes. He's one of those dudes that can do it. I can't really name the movie off the top of my head where he does it, but he is. I love that dude. I've always liked Stanley
Tucci is great. Yeah. Actually, back in the day, I thought he and Mark Strong were the same person. No shit. I had no idea.
Yeah, I could see that.
They do look alike, honestly.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. There's actually two actors right now that I feel like are very similar in their face, and that's Nicholas Hoult and Ed Skrein. I feel like
a little, yeah.
A little bit, right? Just a little bit? Yeah, okay. Yeah. Because when I saw the preview for Alita, I thought that was Nicholas Hoult. So
nah. Oh yeah, Ed Skrein's character is actually pretty cool from the design.
I mean, come on, right? Come on. He's
Yeah,
got a
I mean,
sword.
Yeah, and the face. All right, next one is a comedy, crime comedy that I saw very recently, actually. I think around Christmas. It's a Christmas movie. It's Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Shane Black, just his comedy style is great. Kind of similar to Edgar Wright in a way.
Yeah.
Guys, before.
Yeah, there's a long history of Shane Black being a bitch, though. I hate to say it, but he demanded a lot of money back in the day, and then he went on strike for himself for like 7 years, and then refused to work. So I'm glad to see him. Yeah, I'm glad to see him back in the saddle. There was a lot of jealousy back in the day over. There was a lot of jealousy over Shane Black back in the day because he was hitting so hard with Lethal Weapons and he asked for too much money for Lethal Weapon 3. That's why Lethal Weapon 3 feels a little different than the previous two.
Right.
Last Boy Scout, just saying. Yeah. Boom.
That's by him?
He wrote it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that movie.
It's because you got to see it like 5 more times.
All right. Next one is a German movie. Probably one of the most famous German movies ever. Because it's about Adolf Hitler.
Okay.
Downfall.
I was kind of looking at that. It was on Amazon. You
Downfall
recommend this?
is really, really good, yeah.
That's the one where he's
really interesting. Just the last couple of days in the bunker.
In the bunker, yeah.
Yeah, it is shocking, honestly, because this movie, I think there was a big outrage when this came out because this movie actually portrays him as a human being and not just as this caricature, And it's a very good performance. It's a very good movie.
Okay.
Highly recommend it.
I've always wanted to see it, also because he looks like Hitler, Like
not really.
I mean, he's got a look. I feel like
yeah, he does. He's a good part, but he's a little short, I think. But anyway, his performance is fantastic, so it doesn't matter if he looks like him or not.
Okay,
it's good enough.
Good enough.
Yeah. All right. Next one is a movie with Tommy Cruise.
Tom Cruise, 2000s.
The Last Samurai.
There we go. That's pretty high on your list. That's pretty high.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just a huge samurai fan, Like this movie is fantastic. It's just blast. Great action. Could see this again, actually.
That's 2 Edward Zwick movies on your list there.
What's the other one?
Blood Diamond.
Oh, I see. He did Legends of the Fall.
He did Glory.
Oh, great director.
He was one of my favorite directors when I was, growing up, and I always liked his movies. And then he kind of just, I don't know. I really don't know why he did Jack Reacher, Never Go Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a good movie.
And I will recommend this movie as well, because both of us not Tobey Maguire fans.
No.
But Pawn Sacrifice is pretty good, dude. It's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know if you play chess. I don't know if you're a chess guy.
No.
But it's about Bobby Fischer, the crazy ass chess player from back in the day, and Liev Schreiber's in it.
That's good.
It's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Okay.
Anyway, I feel like he had like this way of epics though, and then he kind of got away from the epic feel though. So strange.
Yeah.
Strange.
Well, what can I say? Number 14. It's high on the list, but I think it deserves it because it really got me, like on an emotional level.
Here. The nitty gritty here.
Yeah. It's a movie with Denzel Washington.
It's fucking Training Day. Oh, okay. All right.
Woo! I really liked Remember the Titans, even though I don't give a shit about football.
But it made you care, didn't it?
Yeah, I really cared. This movie is heartbreaking, dude.
It is. It is.
And
it's
young Ryan Gosling, which is fun.
Young Ryan Gosling, and it's got. I've always liked Will Patton. He's one of the guys that I really like, that actor.
Will Patton.
Yeah, he was in The Postman. I really like The Postman. It's another underrated movie. He's in Armageddon. I know you haven't seen Armageddon yet. You might not know him actually, but he played he's the defensive coordinator in the movie basically. And he's the guy that he takes the job from. There you go. Yeah.
I don't remember his face.
Just doesn't have a recognizable face.
Nah, not really. Anyway, Remember the Titans is just great. Loved it. Watched it last year, I think.
For the first time?
Yes.
Oh wow.
Another movie with Ryan Gosling.
Wait a minute. Back the train up. Have we seen Rudy? Rudy.
What is Rudy?
Rudy, Sean Astin. It's another football movie.
I have not seen that, no.
I think you might want to put that on your list there.
Well rated on IMDb, so yeah. Put on John
Rudy.
Favreau.
I wanted to see if you get the feels in Rudy. I bet you Rudy makes you fucking cry.
Hopefully.
Makes you fucking cry. I'm just going to say that. All right. Sorry.
All right. Half Nelson. Speaking of movies that make you cry.
Yeah.
One of the best Ryan Gosling performances. Great drama.
It's strange to think he's only been nominated twice. It's really weird.
Yeah.
Strange. Because I forgot about a movie that I don't think you've seen, but Lars and the Real Girl. It's another Gosling movie I've always really liked, where he falls in love with a fake girlfriend, a fucking puppet. Not a puppet.
Oh,
a fucking.
That sounds unsettling.
It is a little weird, but it's a good movie. It's got heart, and you're a Gosling guy, so I think you'd enjoy that.
Actually, on Netflix they have The Notebook, and I could see that.
Ooh.
Because I haven't seen it before.
Somebody's gonna cry.
Yeah.
We'll see if you have any heart.
No, probably not.
That movie's intense.
All right. Next one is a Martin Scorsese movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis. Gangs of New York.
I just don't know what it is.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking low, bro. That's pretty low.
It's pretty fucking high, dude.
It's pretty low. What is this, number 12?
Yeah.
Unacceptable.
That's
unacceptable.
Low?
Now every movie that you say after this will be like, what the fuck? Now I want to.
One of them is what the fuck for you, but I don't give a shit.
I need to see this. I need to hear this next 11 here. This next 11.
You don't want to talk about Gangs of New York?
There's not much I can say other than it's a masterpiece.
It's fucking great, yeah. All right. Next one is A Beautiful Mind.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I can get behind that. Not above Gangs of New York. I'm not. God damn it. But I'm happy that it's.
Come on. My game.
I'm happy that it's on the list. And even though, I've seen this movie 3 or 4 times, and even though you already know what happens at the end, I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. But if you even when you know what happens, you still get enthralled in the story of the man.
Yeah.
It's a good movie.
It is. Yeah.
I argue that's his best fucking role too. I think that's his best performance. Sure. Yeah.
He should have won for this and not for Gladiator.
I thought he did win for this.
No, for Gladiator. But he was nominated for this one.
He didn't go back to back.
No, sadly not.
Who won?
I don't know.
I think you're tripping.
Do you want to look that up?
I am looking it up right now.
Okay, me too, but I'm slow.
I'm doing it. Where do I look? Isn't there an awards?
I found it. He lost against Denzel Washington for Training Day.
Oh, terrible. Just fucking terrible.
I know.
Terrible.
Come on.
Anyway.
Chill down. Next one, top 10. That's the one you're gonna be outraged by.
This movie in particular?
Yeah.
You already know, huh?
I don't want to say it, honestly.
No, you gotta say it. No, I need to know. Why is this movie? Let's hear it.
It's the third Harry Potter movie.
Oh my god. Okay.
I love it, dude. David Thewlis in this movie is great. Gary Oldman in this movie is great.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
Also, it's by Alfonso Cuarón, and his way of shooting movies just... This movie was the first dark movie in the franchise. it's the best shot movie.
It took it to a next. It took the franchise to the next level after sitting through the Christopher Columbus stuff.
Bullshit. And it's I don't know. I just feel the atmosphere is just very cool. I like this movie a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Also, probably my favorite. That's not my favorite book of the series, but my favorite movie for sure. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Okay. No more Harry Potter then? That's the only Harry Potter?
This is the best Harry Potter movie.
That's number 10?
Yes.
Okay.
Dude, I'm a Harry Potter fan. Come on.
I know you're a goddamn Harry Potter fan.
Yeah. Because I'm European, you know?
Is that why? Is that like...
I don't know. I just grew up with those.
It's an age thing. It's yeah.
So, next one is a comic book movie.
The Dark Knight.
Batman Begins.
Oh.
Almost.
So that means that 2 Batman movies will be in your top 10.
Of course.
Yeah, because you would not leave out The Dark Knight. I'm sorry.
When I recently saw this one again, Batman Begins, I was surprised how absolutely amazing it is.
No, I'm happy to hear this is in your top 10 because I feel like everyone needs to realize how great Batman Begins is because it's in the shadow, I feel like, of The Dark Knight. So.
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, Dark Knight is better, but this one is still so good.
I don't agree. I think Batman Begins is actually better than The Dark Knight. But,
oh, yeah, right.
Yeah. Let's not forget Maggie Gyllenhaal ruining every shot with her warped face.
Yeah, but Katie Holmes wasn't good as well, so...
Yeah, but Katie Holmes doesn't have a warped face, you know what I mean?
That is true, but
screws up the whole shot, you know? Like, I don't even know which way is north or south.
Huh. Okay. Number 8.
Wouldn't it be funny if we ever get, like, famous doing this show, and then they go back, and they're like, oh my god, can you believe what he said about Maggie Gyllenhaal? Unbelievable.
Right. I actually thought about, like, when I get a better mic, you know, which might be next 1 month, probably, I might look into the whole Spotify thing.
Oh,
so I think that would be cool.
It would be
because
next
then it
level.
would be kind of more consistent.
Yeah.
If we had it uploaded as a...
Well, it'd be awesome to see, like, how many downloads you get and how many people actually listen. Or,
right, but I would have to look into that because I don't know how it's done, but that's not the issue, I think.
Pretty sure you got to pay for hosting, which is why I haven't done it. Oh, shit. I didn't know you were a big
I'm
swinging...
a working man.
I know you are a working man now. That's true.
All right, next one. Number 8.
Okay.
It's Martin Scorsese movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and
the
Jack
Departed.
Nicholson. Yeah.
The Departed.
Departed. Yeah.
Who am I? Who am I? I'm the guy that does his job. You must be the other guy. Yes.
Best role for Mark Wahlberg ever. Yeah, I saw this. Also, this one I saw very recent. Weird.
Really? The Departed?
Yeah, like a few weeks ago. I rewatched it because it's been years, and
that's funny. I didn't remember hearing that on the podcast. You know,
I think but I think I said it. Great movie. It's just close of being a 10 for me. It's a good 9 out of 10. You know.
I agree. It's a 9 out of 10, but just cut that bitch out of the movie, and you got a 10.
Vera Farmiga.
Yeah. It's fucking. It was just too. You know,
forced?
She's dating both. Yeah, forced is the best word. Too forced.
Yeah, did I say? I think in the original from China,
you did.
The Infernal Affairs. That subplot doesn't exist.
That's because in China they don't believe in women. So
maybe. The movie is also way shorter than The Departed.
I mean, I still love The Departed though. It's hard to like not enjoy a viewing
one of the best
The
remakes
Departed.
ever.
Yeah.
And yeah, Jack Nicholson is pretty great, and as we said, Mark Wahlberg, dude, that's memorable performance. He was even Oscar nominated for that.
And it's one of my favorite, just quick little Alec Baldwin roles too. I love him. In that movie.
And Matt Damon plays a great villain. He's just so hateable.
He is. He's very hateable in that movie. I love the flow of the story too, because I think that if you're not a fan of film and like you're not quick on scenes, like if you're just a slow person in general, you're gonna be a little lost with The Departed how it starts, because it just kind of they're going back and forth to both of them.
Yeah.
You know? But I loved the way that was shot and how that was done.
Also, the whole idea is just great. You know, have a rat in the police and rat at the gangsters and stuff. It's just Cool idea.
And Leo's character's fucked up. Like I feel like, I don't know, like he gets a lot of roles, but you forget about certain roles. And that role is like, he was really good in that movie, The Departed.
Well, he is good in every movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I actually agree with that. He is good in every movie. Yeah.
Maybe even except for The Quick and the Dead.
Nah, it's a fantastic film. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean the film is okay, but his role is kind of whatever. Like
The Quick and the Dead. Even Russell Crowe's in that too.
Yeah, and Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman.
Hackman.
Gene Hackman. All right.
Next one is now the 10 out of 10s are starting.
Oh, these are all 10 out of 10s?
For me, at least, yeah.
Okay.
Number 7 is a movie by Ridley Scott. Russell Crowe, Gladiator. Fucking love it. Also rewatched it fairly recent.
You did rewatch that fairly recent.
And it still holds up. It's just fantastic. It's absolutely amazing.
I wouldn't mind seeing that again.
Boring.
Yeah.
And Joaquin is a great villain.
I tell you, the hype around that movie too when it came out was just so fucking real. It was so fucking real when that came out. Because they used like the teaser trailer back in the day, they used the Conan the Barbarian music, and I just was like, I was like creaming in my jeans when I saw that trailer, dude. In the theater. You were. I was like, oh my god, because these period films, they're still to this day few and far between, but probably good because they're more memorable when they are executed well. And Gladiator is one of those movies that is just executed very well.
Dude, just the opening sequence, the battle against the barbarians, it's fantastic. So brutal.
Unleash hell, you know?
Yeah, and I would like to see more Roman Empire movies.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff.
One of the saddest things is that Rome show on HBO that it just didn't continue. It got canceled, but those first 2 seasons are amazing because I love
that's what I heard.
I love the Roman Empire, dude. So
yeah,
never enough. I feel like there's just never enough fucking history movies. Period. Though. So
true, and that's why I'm hyped for the Cleopatra movie from Denis Villeneuve.
Yeah, because that's probably going to be pretty brutal too.
Hopefully. All right, next one is a movie with Christian Bale and Hugh Jackman.
The Prestige.
Right, the second best Christopher Nolan movie.
I'm glad that this still holds up very high on your list too.
Of course, it's just very, very Nolan-ish movie, and he's just brilliant at writing like weird shit. Or I mean, this isn't as confusing as Inception or something, but it's still kind of strange.
Well, Inception was written by his brother too, I think, Jonathan Nolan. Are you sure?
So he's the fuck.
Well, I think he wrote The Prestige, him and his brother. Maybe I'm wrong, but I noticed that Tenet is written by Christopher Nolan, which kind of has me hyped because I watched the trailer. I know I saw the trailer when I saw The Gentleman this week. So yeah,
Tenet looks.
I gave my girl the little nudge, and she's like, "I don't know why you're nudging me. Like, why do I care about this movie?" Kind of feeling. So. Obviously I'm hyped because that's
of course
I want weird Nolan, you know, out of the box Nolan is the best Nolan.
Also, the reason to be hyped for Tenet is Nolan has never done a bad movie. Not even slightly bad. I mean, okay, I haven't seen Following, but that's his first one. That's whatever, you know. But like, even though I don't like Dunkirk and stuff, but it's just like, dude, that guy he has talent.
I almost watched that yesterday as well. I was close to watching that.
Dunkirk?
I was close to watching quite a few. I was almost going to watch Dunkirk, and then I almost watched your movie, Only the Brave. So I was
that's
very, very close to finally watching Only the Brave. But yeah, dude, you look at this resume here. Memento, Insomnia, Batman Begins, The Prestige, The Dark Knight, Inception, Dark Knight Rises, Interstellar, Dunkirk, and now Tenet. Like, the dude is on a
good,
fucking roll right now. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited about this. I should watch Dunkirk, though. So, I don't know why it's taking me so long. I just don't
All
know
right.
why it's taking me so long, mate. I just don't get it.
It's time for the top 5.
Top 5, mate.
Top 5.
The two fucking thousands, mate.
It's a Tarantino movie. Inglorious Bastards.
Okay, all right. Acceptable.
Also watched it lots of times recently.
Yeah, I feel like you've watched like 72 times like in the last month. So
I watched it like twice over the course of 1 week, I think. Yeah, it's just great.
I was actually surprised today starting the show and I didn't hear. Oh, I watched Inglourious Bastards again. I watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, or Django. Could watch Django again though. Anyway, yeah. Next one, number 4. I mean, we talked so much about Tarantino. There's really no point now, because I always mention his movie.
Yeah.
Number 4. Speaking of Tarantino, it's Kill Bill.
You put Kill Bill above Inglourious Bastards.
I do.
Interesting.
I love Kill Bill.
Do we put Kill Bill as a whole?
I mean, probably, but for me, it's more the first one.
I agree. The first one more is I think the better.
Also, I've seen it more times than the second one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's fantastic. It's a fantastic action
movie. Are you happy with the ending of Volume 2?
Yes, I am. I like Volume 2 a lot, but not as much as the first one.
But you're happy with the 5-finger punch of death. Yeah.
Like the second one is a 9 out of 10 movie, but the first one is a 10 out of 10 movie. You know? And I used to prefer the second one over the first one back in the day.
It's a very good story.
It is, yeah. All right, number 3, which is kind of a cheat because it's 3 movies. Yeah, it's 3 movies.
Lord of the Rings.
It's Lord of the Rings trilogy, of course, because you can't separate them. For me, it's just one big movie.
Is this extended versions?
Of course, it's extended.
Okay. Thank you. I agree.
There's no other, dude. You have to see these movies extended.
I agree.
There's no other way.
I agree. I bought the extended as they came out on DVD in that little box book thing that they had as they were coming out, and I remember being so happy that because that was quick because they came out and then all of a sudden it was like, oh hey, extended, and you're like, well, how long is it? And then you look at the time, you're like, oh my god,
4
Jesus
hours.
Christ. That shit's extended, So
yeah,
because you know how it is when you hear extended, you're like, what is this, 5 fucking minutes? Get the fuck out of here, But it adds more layers to that story. I strongly agree that you have to see the extended versions.
Yeah, like I think an extended, the whole thing, trilogy takes like 12 hours to watch.
Now, I know that I've been down on some things and aspects of the Lord of the Rings, but it would be in my top 10 of the 2000s. So
it has to be. It's like timeless classic already.
All right, see, now you're going too far. I just gave you a bone. Not. I just gave you a bone about your movie, and now you're throwing it back at me. Now I'm really interested because I actually expected that to be number 1.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, yeah. Now I'm actually very curious about your 2. So
number 2 is The Dark Knight.
Okay, yeah, I forgot. You hadn't said it yet. Okay, all right.
Let me zoom in. Like this. All right, yeah, The Dark Knight, best comic book movie ever, and that will stay like that probably.
Yeah, completely disagree there with the best comic book movie ever.
I know, but I don't
comment. Do you think that the Batman will stand a test to these Nolan movies here?
I have to see footage. It's kind of hard to tell now if the Batman. There's nothing but that screen test, and that doesn't tell you anything. So I don't know.
It's exciting.
It is. Number 1. Can you guess it?
Number 1. What Tarantino movie have I forgotten about?
Death Proof.
No. I know you better than that. No, there isn't any.
Pretty easy if you know me,
Do I know you though? Do I?
No. Come on, it's number 1 of the 2000s. It's Snatch.
Oh yes.
By Guy Ritchie.
I forgot about Snatch.
Of course it is. For a long time, this was my favorite movie. Like
it was
Manchester by the Sea.
I feel like when we started talking, it was Snatch, or
No, it was Manchester.
it was
but
Manchester. Okay.
Before I saw that, it was always Snatch because I think I mentioned this like 3 times already, but Snatch was the movie that made me fall in love with movies.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that like The Gentleman, I feel like is more serious in a way.
Yeah, it doesn't seem
Snatch
as
is a
crazy.
little. Snatch is very crazy. Yeah, Snatch has this wackiness about it that is very good. You know, you can't knock it at all. Yeah, over the Lord of the Rings. Wow, I thought for sure it was gonna be Lord of the Rings. I'm kind of surprised.
I mean, come on, like my top 5, it's hard to rate one over the other.
Yeah.
Like I love Inglourious Basterds, I love Kill Bill, I love Lord of the Rings, Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like they're all great.
Snatch.
They don't have to be like, yeah, Snatch is just the greatest comedy ever made, for me at least, for my taste. Even though The Nice Guys is pretty good,
I agree with you. There's Nice Guys is fucking funny. It's very funny.
It is. It's the potential to be a real cult classic one day.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it already is.
Like I'm fine with just cutting Russell Crowe out and just give me more of
He's good though.
He is good. He's actually when I watched it this week, I actually was reminded how much I actually do like the Russell Crowe character. But the Ryan Gosling character is fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous how like he's a great detective, but he's bad at the same time. I don't know, man. It's just so many little lines in that. Like when he's like, "Nah, I can't smell." It's just like so weird. Like, "Nah, I can't smell." It's just great movie.
Yeah, I don't know. One of my favorite lines is the thing with his daughter when she says like "and stuff" and he's like, "Don't say and stuff. Just say they were whores."
Yeah.
It's just I love that character. Also,
Daddy, there's whores here.
The scene on the toilet when he tries to close the door and stuff. It's just.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to look that up actually when I was watching that. I was like, was that improv? Like, was that completely set up? That whole fucking, or did he like make that stall scene happen so well there? Because you're right, that stall scene is great, man. And another credit too is the daughter. Actually, she was good because most kid actors.
Yeah, most kids or movies are annoying.
And they suck, and you actually like his daughter. So
yeah.
But Snatch.
All right. Snatch. You want to do the 90s list real quick?
How many you got?
30, but like most of them I don't really can talk. Like not much to say about them. Just
Yeah, lay it on me.
Also, I think 90s is pretty interesting for you because that's like your era.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I do like the 90s a lot. I think my favorite decade, of course, are the 2010s because that's when I grow up. But after that, I love the 90s.
It seems like that's when you really fell in love with the film.
Yeah, right. So yeah, my first pick, my top 30, it's Scent of a Woman.
Ooh.
Liked a lot. Like these kind of movies.
Yeah.
But like Rain Man,
I feel like it's underrated too because it's like in the shadow of like this is the movie that got the Oscar for Al Pacino, but the movie itself, the score, the story is actually very good.
It is, yeah. Well,
and it's a movie that you can stomach Chris O'Donnell in. So,
yeah. Next one, 29, is a movie my best friend saw just yesterday, and he liked it as well. It's Good Will Hunting.
Oh yeah.
Maybe some similar vibes to Scent of a Woman,
Yeah, there's the my favorite scene in that movie is when Matt Damon talks about Robin Williams' wife and when he fucking puts his hands around his throat and he says, "I will fucking end you." I just love it. I love that movie. I love that movie a lot, especially, to see what those actors have done afterward. I don't think they've ever really gotten on that same level. Good Will Hunting. I don't know.
Yeah,
I really like Good Will Hunting. It definitely is good that it's on the list.
Good movie. Written by Ben Affleck, isn't it?
Yeah, they got Oscars. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck wrote that.
Yeah, Ben Affleck is a good writer and a good director.
Yes.
Weird.
Yeah.
Well, next one is 28 is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Little low. Little low.
Yeah, but I
It's
only saw it once, so you know.
it's pretty low.
And that's one of the weirdest fucking movies I've ever seen.
Pretty weird. Yeah.
Pretty great though, you know.
Yeah,
Both
and
actors just
I think you got the right director for that book too. Terry Gilliam
for sure, yeah.
was perfect to direct. Because that book is fantastic. The book is fucking fantastic. So if you ever get a chance and you want to read because it's like very similar, and
Yeah.
when you're reading it, you could just put that voice immediately in your head, and you can enjoy it even more. So, what a trip, though! What a trip!
And another good role by Johnny Depp.
Yeah, yeah.
And Benicio del Toro is also great, of course.
Yeah,
He's
that's the role too that fucked him up for a while because he gained so much weight, and then he was like, a little heavy there for a while, like 10 years, and then Benicio came back. He came back.
Nah, he wasn't that heavy in 21 grams.
Yeah, but he still had,
Snatch.
he still had the chin, he's still a little pudgy.
Okay.
If you look at him in Sicario, dude's fucking bitchin' looking, he's
That
like
is true, yeah.
like a brand new man, so.
Yeah. All right. Next one, true classic, Schindler's List.
Ooh, pretty low.
Yeah, only saw it once and it's been years, so I should refresh that.
It's been years? How long?
Hard to tell. More than 5, probably.
Oh, wow.
Or just about 5. I don't know.
I watch this movie like once a year. So
That is kind of crazy because it's very, very dark.
deep. Very deep.
Yeah.
But
Heavy
it just like it stuck with me ever since I saw it because I did not want to see it. I just did not want to see it, and yeah, my grandma made me go see it, and I just love it. I love that movie. It's just the heart, so much heart with that movie.
Yeah. Next one is Silence of the Lambs.
Ooh, another Best Picture.
Yeah. Again, I only saw it once. It's been a while. I only remember like the most iconic scenes, basically.
Have you seen the other Hannibal movies?
I have, yeah. I saw Red Dragon, I think like 2 years ago, and Hannibal I saw last year, I believe.
I feel like Red Dragon was a little underrated. People.
Red Dragon is pretty decent.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hannibal is also not bad, but
Mm-hmm.
the worst one, of course. Even though I think Hannibal is probably the most horrifying one.
Yeah.
It's really cruel, dude.
Like Gary
That movie's-
Oldman role and the and the Ray Liotta feeding him his own brain.
Yeah, when he guts that guy on the balcony and stuff, it's just
Pretty
that is
brutal.
unsettling. Yeah, it is really brutal.
In the book, he actually cuts off his arm and runs away with Clarice. So, little tidbit there. They changed the ending.
I gotta see the show, honestly.
Yeah, the show was supposed to be pretty good. I never watched it because it got canceled, I think. And
Yeah, that's a bummer. But Matt Mikkelsen, dude.
yeah, I do like Mads. What a great name,
All right.
Mads.
Scandinavian. Next one is a movie with Michael Douglas,
Ooh.
Falling Down.
Ooh, the 90s. Yeah. When did you see this? I didn't even know you saw this movie.
Like 2 years ago, I think. Or 1 year ago. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. One
'Cause
sec, maybe
I saw this shit in the theater back in the day.
maybe I can look that up on IMDb when I saw that.
It's kind of a depressing movie, though.
It is, yeah. Of course.
One of the better Joel Schumacher movies, though. 100%.
I also just because of Michael Douglas, the game is not on this list, but it could have been.
Was that in the 90s?
Yeah, I think it's from '97 or something.
Holy shit. God, I'm old. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought that came out in like 2012.
The game. Okay. Yeah, so IMDb tells me that I rated Falling Down in 2018 in May. So like almost 2 years.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
the game '97. You were right. Look at you.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I know my dates.
Big dick. Why you didn't know?
1 year, dude. 1 year. Next one is a Scorsese movie. It's Casino.
Okay.
And, you're gonna be disappointed, but Goodfellas is not on this list.
That's fine. I already know. See, this is
Yep.
why when you give me shit about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I can throw it back at you with Goodfellas. So,
I know.
But
Yeah.
at the same time, I don't think you tear apart Goodfellas like I do Once Upon a Time in
No, I
Hollywood.
appreciate the film, but it's just not something I would enjoy. Maybe I was too young though. It's been a while.
Goodfellas?
Yeah,
When
but
did you see
Casino, Goodfellas is also years ago.
I think you need a rewatching, maybe.
Yeah, I had a phase when I was like 16 or 17 or something, when I just watched all the classics, or I at least tried to watch as many classics as I could. And so maybe I was just too young to appreciate Goodfellas and stuff like Scarface. I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You'd mentioned that Scarface isn't, but I think that Scarface is a little overrated, though. So
I don't know. I don't want to judge.
what, Scarface?
Yeah, it's like I can't really judge because it's been years and I really don't remember much. I mean, of course I remember, Say Hello to My Little Friend.
Episode 18, Scarface.
I
know. I'm just
I
fucking with you.
considered watching it though because it's on Netflix, so I could rewatch it. But I don't know. I kind of don't want to. Anyway,
No, I'm good. Yeah.
this 90s list is kind of bothering me because most of these movies I've only seen once and it's been years. Again, the next one, same thing, Fight Club.
Okay. What number is Fight Club?
23.
23. Okay.
It's good, but I don't remember much.
It's pretty fantastic. It's pretty fantastic.
A lot of people, for a lot of people, this is their favorite movie.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And it's good, of course. Good Brad Pitt role.
Mm-hmm. Great Edward Norton role. Great Edward Norton.
That's true, man.
Eddie Norton.
But anyway, I can't really say much about it, which is kind of sad. And the same thing goes for.
I can't wait for the 80s. I can't wait for the 80s.
Yeah, I know. The next one is also the same thing, even though, of course, great movie, Shawshank Redemption.
Ooh, pretty low. Pretty low.
It is pretty low, but
especially for the top rated movie ever on IMDb.
Yeah, which I still don't really understand.
Oh, I completely understand it.
Yeah, I don't know.
The tone, the cinematography, the music. It's perfect.
It's good, of course it's good, yeah. That's why it's on the list, But anyway, next movie, 21. Leon the Professional.
Okay. That's a good pick.
I actually had the chance to watch this in my cinema a couple of months ago, but I didn't. Kind of sad that I
should have been called Leah and the Pedophile,
Wow.
I love it when people bring that shit up, though, because it was very. I remember seeing that in the theater, and I remember people just being uncomfortable throughout that movie.
Good. But it's more that she makes him feel uncomfortable.
That's what you always tell people. It wasn't really him, but it was just like.
I mean, he's kind of R word.
There's just like that one scene where it's kind of a little uncomfortable, really. But that one scene, people harp on that.
Also, very good Gary Oldman role.
And also, he kind of plays the same character in. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but La Femme Nikita. If you ever get a chance to see
Jean Reno?
Yeah, Jean Reno. He plays a cleaner.
I do have Nikita. My dad gave it to me recently.
La Femme Nikita?
Yeah. In Germany, it's just Nikita.
But that's the real deal movie, right? From Luc Besson?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the one.
That's fucking great, dude. I love that movie.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I love that movie. They remade it with Bridget Fonda in the States here called Point of No Return. It was fucking terrible.
Yeah,
Harvey Keitel plays the cleaner, but doesn't save it. Doesn't save it at all.
Does he play the wolf?
He has blonde hair in it. I remember he has blonde hair in it. So
that's weird.
Yeah.
All right, next one, number 20. It's a western.
90s Western. Let's go with Unforgiven.
That's right.
Boom, boom,
Of course.
boom.
It's
All right.
the western or the anti-western, basically.
It is kind of anti-Western in a way.
Yeah,
It's a great film.
it is. Yeah, Clint Eastwood again. He's
Like
a
I
good
said,
director.
I love the
Very-
fact that he's just he's kind of a shitty person. I mean, I love that about it.
He always plays shitty people.
Yeah,
in his own
he
movies.
does. Yeah, but I do love that scene in the bar when he just like, yeah, I'm here to kill you, and he just fucking shoots him.
That's pretty great. Also, Gene Hackman is a good villain.
Got the Oscar for it too.
Yeah, Gene Hackman is one of those guys. He can pull off a really menacing villain, but also really sympathetic guy.
And I would argue that's probably his biggest scoundrel, kind of role there. He was he was very hated in that movie. But yeah, man, I even like the part when he's just dying on the fucking, spoilers, but when he's dying on the fucking floor and he's like, I was building a house. I just love that. I love that, like, in the moment of his death, he's like fixated on his stupid fucking house.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Okay. So now we're getting to movies that I saw recently, and that's why they're higher on the list,
Yeah, you're kind of trendy,
Yeah, but it's just, my first memory of those movies. That's why.
Right.
It's a movie by Paul Thomas Anderson. It's Magnolia.
Ew, Magnolia, pretty high.
I know.
Especially being so controversial, too, with an ending like that.
Yeah, but up to that point, it's just fantastic. And I don't
know. I feel like we as film people there are kind of like apologizing in a way for the ending, like, because you have to respect how great that movie is up until that ending.
But the ending isn't even that bad. I think it's just weird.
I think it kind of
takes me off, but
it does take you out though a little bit. You're like,
yeah, it does, but
for such an intense drama,
really intense.
It does deserve to be on the list though.
Yeah, I love Tom Cruise. It's his best performance he's ever done.
Ever.
William H. Macy is fantastic in it. John C. Reilly is really good. Everybody, Julianne Moore,
I was very happy when you did watch this because I remember when you talked about it, when you did see it, and because I remember telling you, man, this Tom Cruise role was the shit.
Yeah.
So it's nice to hear somebody else agree with me there that is his definitive fucking performance.
Right, and this movie started my Paul Thomas Anderson phase.
The kick, yeah.
Yeah, because after that I watched all his movies, and I'm pretty glad I did.
Yeah, because he's got a good resume.
He does, even though I'm not always a fan of his movies. Like The Master is kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, I wouldn't watch The Master again.
Maybe it's his weakest one, honestly. Not because it's a bad movie, but it's just so it doesn't. I can't really get anything out of it.
No,
even though the actors are fantastic, but
yeah, he's like this director though that is very capable of pulling out like the best performance of that actor. Really, like
yes, for sure.
Like, he is very good. I don't know what he does behind the scenes, but he gets it. Even Mark Wahlberg in Boogie Nights, I think, is good.
Yes.
But I think Julianne Moore, that's arguably one of her best performances that I've ever seen her in a movie as well. In Magnolia as well. Like, I love her in Magnolia, so yeah.
And also Philip Seymour Hoffman, who's just, 10 out of 10 actor.
Part of the PT crew,
Yeah. Now, I would say Paul Thomas Anderson is maybe like the modern Kubrick in a way, He's a very artistic director.
Yeah. Yeah.
And There Will Be Blood could have been on my 2000s list, honestly. It's also pretty great.
Yeah.
My dad just saw that the other day for the first time.
What did your dad think of it?
He liked it, actually.
Yeah.
He also liked Boogie Nights a lot. And he didn't know Paul Thomas Anderson by name. He saw Magnolia, I think, and that's kind of yeah. I kind of introduced him to Paul Thomas Anderson.
I like picturing you just like, nah. You've seen this movie. You haven't seen this.
Mm-hmm. All right, next one is a movie I saw recently, and before I saw it the second time, I didn't like it that much.
You didn't
It's
like
Jackie
it the
Brown.
second time?
I did like it the second time. Jackie
Okay.
Brown.
Okay.
Liked it a lot, actually.
Hmm.
I have nothing to say. Okay.
No, I mean it's a conflicting movie for me because there's a lot of things I like about Jackie Brown, but there's a lot that I don't. So, but it's a good movie. I think it deserves to be on a list. I don't think I would put it that high.
Yeah, I can see that. But as I said, it's just I've seen it very recent, and that's why.
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked it because
And
I didn't expect it to like it this much.
What number are we at?
18.
That was 18?
Yes.
Okay.
Next one is 17.
Really? I know
Yeah.
shit. That's crazy.
And 17 is a movie I was surprised, kind of. You know, it's a movie with Brad Pitt. It's 7 years in Tibet.
Ooh, yeah, you're pretty high on this one. Pretty high.
Yeah,
on this one.
I don't know. This movie is hard. It's just great. I love the whole. I just like the setting a lot, and David Thewlis is in it. I'm a big fan. Yeah.
And wasn't this like last year?
Yeah, this was last year.
This was last year, yeah, that you saw this. I agree about David Thewlis, by the way. I love him, and he has a role in Kingdom of Heaven. So I just saw him yesterday.
Yeah, right. Michael
they-
Keaton's in that as well, I think.
And that's he is. He's at the start.
Oh,
But
right. Oh,
David-
he's the priest.
He's the priest, yeah, the
Oh,
fucking
right.
priest, yeah. But
Oh,
David
okay.
Thewlis in the director's cut, they do a kind of a different thing with him in the director's cut, where they make him kind of a spirit, almost spirit, where you're questioning, like if he was really real or not. So it's very interesting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds different, yeah.
Yeah, but I like him too, David Thewlis.
And you do like 7 years in Tibet as well.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
All right.
I
Next one is
remember one of my favorites.
one of your favorites. Yeah.
Okay. Why is it so fucking low then?
16 is low.
That's pretty low.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
True Romance. True Romance. Whatever.
Ooh, yeah.
Also, rewatching this did a lot for me because I didn't remember it being that great, but it's fucking great.
I'm happy that you rewatched it. Yeah. 'Cause-
Yeah, it's also really funny.
Yeah, it's funny and it's just a fun little ride.
It's probably just because Tarantino's writing is just totally my thing. Just like a lot. And yeah, the Dennis Hopper, Christopher Walken scene is just, man, it's fantastic, you know?
Yeah, and like when you watch like Natural Born Killers, you know, which was also written by Tarantino, you could see that
Yeah.
Oliver Stone really just didn't, you know, he didn't do probably the screenplay justice. Where I feel like, and I don't think Tarantino was really happy with True Romance either, but I feel like at least Tony Scott, when you watch True Romance, you know that is a Tarantino script, you know. So
For sure, yeah. With not Natural Born Killers, not so much.
not so much, right, yeah.
But yeah,
Great movie.
great movie. Also, Brad Pitt in a small role, one of his first ones.
I remember the theater just loving that scene.
That was
Two
a time
scenes.
when Christian Slater was a bigger star than Brad Pitt.
He was pretty big. He was pretty big there for a small amount of time. He was pretty there.
Yeah, haven't seen him in years though.
Yeah, he's on Mr. Robot. So
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
finished recently, I think.
it did finish. Yeah, 4 seasons. So
Have you seen it?
I watched the first season. I think the first couple episodes of the second season as well. It's pretty fucking brilliant, honestly.
Yeah, it does look interesting. I do like Rami Malek.
And Rami is fucking like he is very weird, but he's very very good in this role. And the story's very good too. The story's interesting.
Yeah. All right, next one. It's a law drama.
Law?
Law drama, yeah.
A Few Good Men?
No,
Oh.
it's not on the list.
Oh.
It's good, but it's not on the list.
God damn it, I want the truth.
Right. No, it's Primal Fear.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm a big fan. Like it a lot.
Okay.
Edward Norton's first role, and it's just blah. Dude, come on. It's for a first role, this is just fantastic.
And I think I remember talking to you about it. You didn't see it coming, right? Like you didn't
No,
see
not
that.
at all, which is super weird.
They did that very well. Like they did that very well in that movie.
Yeah. It's one of those it's a good twist ending because before the twist, the ending is actually already satisfying.
Right.
But then the twist hits, and you're just like, holy shit, this is like next level, you know? Also, Richard Gere is really good in it. I'm not a huge fan of him.
No, I don't think Richard Gere is actually a very good actor, but he has some very good movies in his career.
Yeah. All right. Next one is a movie directed by Bob De Niro.
Oh, A
I call him
Bronx Tale.
because we're friends, you know. Yeah,
you call him Bobby, do you? There's a Bobby.
Yeah, Bronx Tale, which was also surprising to me. How good it was and how well it worked on an emotional level.
I
really enjoyed his role.
Have you ever met an actor? You know?
No.
Do you think you would geek out, or do you think you would?
I think I would, yeah. Also, the thing is, I wouldn't want to meet like a superstar. I don't know. It's just
like if you met Tarantino. Like
no idea what to talk about with Tarantino because he's like on a next level of cinephile. You know.
All right, you meet Tarantino.
What do I tell him?
What's the first thing you say? He's standing right in front of you. What's the first thing you say?
Yeah, blackout, dude. No idea. No fucking idea.
Yeah, I don't know why that popped in my head, but I just think it's interesting. Like, you know, because we do geek out on these people. You know what I mean? And like,
yeah, right.
Well,
what
was the movie? I'm sorry.
Bronx Tale.
Bronx Tale, yes, and this is number
14.
14. Okay.
I really like De Niro's role in this because he's not the he's a good guy, but he's also not like
he's not the mafia guy. He's not the mafia guy. Yeah, he's just a dad.
Yeah, but like he's also bad in some ways, but the bad mafia guy is also good in some ways. You know, it's pretty good.
And the kid I thought was always good too.
Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
Even though I don't know who he is, but he's good.
Yeah, a lot of people hold this movie in high regard too. It's good to see that it's still remembered. You know? It's
actually written by Chas Palminteri.
Yeah, and he was big around that time, and then he kind of just, you know,
he has a mafia face.
You got Usual Suspects with him in there. I mean, you got a lot going on with Chaz, but he kind of just faded away a little bit. I think maybe because he got older.
Maybe. All right, another Edward Norton movie on the 13th.
Ooh.
American History X.
Yeah.
Yeah, great movie.
I always thought it was just slightly overrated. Just I don't know.
Maybe a little. It's very, I don't know.
I feel like people remember it greater than it is, but it's still a good movie though. Like you can't, and his role is fantastic.
It is
because he pulls it off, but you got a couple actors in there that I think hurt it a little bit. Like
Edward Furlong.
I can't stand Edward Furlong. I can't stand him, and I don't like that girl either. Is it Feruza
the one with
Balk?
The crazy eyes.
Feruza Balk, I think it is.
No idea.
I'll look it up. Don't worry. People love it when we look up shit, you know?
I know, it's very fun and entertaining.
It is, you know? But as long as you talk about what you're doing, it's fine.
Yeah, right.
But it's rated 8.5, and I just feel like...
I know, it's like in the top 20 or something. No.
It's very high. Yeah, Feruza Balk. I've just never liked that chick. Never.
I don't even know who that is. Is that his girlfriend in the movie?
Yeah, the girlfriend.
And the one with the crazy eyes.
Crazy eyes, yeah. Yeah. Interesting, though. I always thought it was interesting, this movie, because you had a lot of women really turned on by Edward Norton and his big giant swastika on his chest.
Yeah, that is weird.
Which I always thought was a little weird, you know? Like, what are you trying to say there, ladies? Are you trying to say you want skinhead?
Actually, I had a rough time finding a good picture, you know, because I didn't want to have any swastikas on the stream.
Oh, that's right. You're gonna get banned. This picture that you have is like, what movie is this?
Yeah, it's kind of a bad. As I said last time.
I got you. That's funny.
Next one is very high for this movie, but I did enjoy it. It's the Tarantino movie that Tarantino never made. Boogie Nights by Paul Thomas Anderson.
Boogie Nights. I do love me some Boogie Nights, man. There's some long shots in the movie. I think when they were the
beginning.
Scene, no, not the beginning. I'm not talking about that. There's a scene when they're waiting for the drugs or whatever with it's later in the movie with what's his name?
Yeah.
Alfred Molina. The Alfred Molina scene.
Well, I'm just having that on screen right now.
Yeah, I always thought that was like
one of the best scenes, dude.
Yeah, but there's a scene when he's on the couch. I feel like it just kind of drags there a little bit, but
it's intense, dude. It's super intense.
It's intense.
Thomas Jane in that scene is great. Loved it. That's a Tarantino scene.
And I feel like they capture cocaine very well in Boogie Nights.
Okay.
A lot of movies think they do, but they don't. And Boogie Nights does it very well.
Yeah, because it's a good director.
Have you done cocaine, Almond?
No.
Do you plan on doing cocaine?
No.
Well, I'm just going to tell you that if it's on the table, just fucking hit that shit.
That's some good advice.
Nah, it's a terrible drug. Don't ever do cocaine.
I know.
Unless it's on the table in front of you for free.
Right.
No, but like one of my favorite scenes though in Boogie Nights is the Heather Graham, Julianne Moore scene when they're just fucking coked out of their fucking mind, and she's like, "Will you be my mom? Can you be my mom?" Yeah. That movie's a roller coaster, and
it is all-star cast as well.
And Burt Reynolds should have got the Oscar, I think.
Yeah. All right, next one, 11. Another Brad Pitt movie. Lots of Brad Pitt movies here.
Oh, by the way, the penis at the end is a prosthetic that is not Mark
You said that
Wahlberg's.
before. I know.
It's not his real penis. Just so you know. Penis. Isn't that a terrible word? It's terrible. Terrible.
It is, yeah.
Anyway.
All right, number 11. As I said, it's a movie with Brad Pitt. I think it's the last one on the list.
Brad Pitt.
Seven.
Oh yeah.
That's probably the most unsettling movie I've ever seen.
Demands to be on the list. I mean, it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect, that movie. So there's really nothing bad I could say about Seven because it's very unsettling, very dark, beautifully fucking shot.
Darkest shit I've ever seen, man.
Yeah, and like if you had brilliance to a serial killer, that is what you would have, you know? I mean, we've seen brilliant serial killers before. Now, you could argue that Seven is a little too perfect in its cruelty, but it just works because it's so... Yeah, because you're... Like, immediately, like, after each, sin is revealed, you're just thinking about it. Like, oh my God. I mean, the very first one of the dude just eating himself to death is fucking horrific, Ugh.
And actually, even though I've seen this movie the last time, like 5 years ago or something, I still remember those scenes.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking horrific.
Yeah, and the scene with the guy after, I always forget the actor's name, but he was in a few things after Seven. But when he's talking about how he had to put the strap on and
don't talk about that. That's like the one scene that always creeps me out.
And he made me fuck her. And he made me fuck her. Yeah, I know. I love that scene. I can't even
think about that scene, dude.
He made me put it on.
I was like 15 at the time when I saw this. I was shivering, dude. This was awful.
Yeah, I saw this movie, same age, 15, but when it came out at the theater, and I just had my braces taken off. So I'll always remember that. I was watching this fucked up movie, and I'm sitting there touching my teeth with my tongue the whole time because I'm like, oh my God, this feels so slimy and weird. So
that's a nice story.
But again, though, just the idea of the guy feeding himself to death by tomato shit. Oh my God. It's just... Yeah, that, man, even to this day, like, you could still talk about that. Still talk about the weird shit in there and the murders, and it's...
You don't see this when you're 15, dude, honestly.
No, see it earlier. Get prepared.
Right. I mean, it definitely prepared me for some other weird movie.
Don't talk to strangers,
Right. Don't take candy.
Is it really, like, in IMDb, you have to actually type in 7? Like, okay. All right, whatever.
What?
I typed in 7 and it didn't come up. I had to actually put in SE the number 7 for it to come up. Like, what the fuck?
It's weird. Okay, top 10.
Here we go.
I know you're not gonna like this one, I think, because
You sure?
somehow I remember you not liking this movie that much. I don't know.
Okay, all right.
It's Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah, yeah. One of the biggest overrated movies in the history of film.
Come on.
No, I will fucking stand by it. I will stand by it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you can. It's fine.
Tom Hanks is great in it. It's a fun movie. But again, it's one of those movies that just fucking taints itself. This is the movie that beat Pulp Fiction. This is the movie that beat Shawshank.
Okay.
Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. And Jenny is a fucking whore. All right? Jenny is a fucking whore.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what's funny is when you start hosting this, you know, like you'd be like, dude, you need to get yourself under control. We're broadcasting to a PG audience and shit.
Yeah. Fuck PG audience, dude.
I'm glad that you accept me and my craziness when
of course.
My passion with films, because you knew this was coming right when you said Forrest Gump. So
yeah, I know.
All right, it's out. It's out. I'm done.
Next one is a movie with the monster, Kevin Spacey. The Usual Suspect.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. One of the most famous twists ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that I wasn't spoiled.
I made my grandma go see this movie. She was kicking and screaming. She's like, "What is this movie?" And I was just like, "I've heard about it. It's got all this hype, you know." And so she went and saw it. And I remember this is one of those movies one of the few movies that she walked out of and was like, "That was really good." So
it is really good.
It is really good. I don't think he should have got the Oscar for it. Kevin Spacey.
He did?
He did get the Oscar for that. Yeah, he got the Oscar for that, and he got the Oscar for
American Beauty. Yeah. I mean, okay. Fair enough.
I feel like both movies were a stretch for him to get the Oscar. Just my opinion. I think he is a deserving actor of an Academy Award.
Yeah, sure.
But not necessarily those two roles. Even though I really like him as Verbal Kent and / Kaiser Soze. Spoiler.
You could even argue like for 7, maybe, you know, even though it's a little screen time.
Yeah, and you know what's funny though is back in the day, right? Back in the day, like I was hip, you know, I was pretty hip. Yeah. And I remember seeing the trailer for 7, and when I heard the voice over the phone on the trailer, I was like, that is Kevin Spacey. So I already knew. You know, a classic example of how a trailer can kind of screw you a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Because there was no leaks, no details of Kevin Spacey playing that role, but I just knew that's Spacey's voice. Because he's pretty distinct.
That is true, yeah.
But yeah, I like this movie, man. I you know, this is the first time I ever saw Benicio del Toro too, and I've loved him ever since. So
yeah, I could see this again actually.
Yeah, I think
I saw it twice in my life.
Does it hold up? Is the question.
Yeah, that's. Also, what's this guy's name? William Baldwin.
It's a Bryan Singer movie. No, that's Stephen Baldwin, by the way.
Stephen Baldwin, and the guy on the left. I know his name.
Oh, Kevin Pollak, Stephen.
Right. Yeah.
Stephen Baldwin. Yeah. Gabriel Byrne.
Yeah.
That's Kevin Spacey on the right.
I knew that. All right, next one. A movie with two of my absolute favorite actors.
Okay.
It's Heat.
Oh, there we go.
And Bobby De Niro. Yeah.
This will be the first one that I agree on a top 10 placing here.
Oh, so you don't agree with Usual Suspects?
No, I'd put it in the top 20, or it's definitely in the list, but I don't know if I'd put it top 10.
Okay.
And you already know Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump ain't fucking making the cut. So,
all right.
This fucking whore Jenny, you know. Fucking. Right. Hey Forrest, you know, hey, I'm showed up. I got AIDS, you know. What a bitch. Fucking. I hate that character. Anyway, Heat. You know, you finally got to see Pacino and De Niro together.
Yeah.
You know, This was back in the day, too. This was like unheard of. I remember I took my cousin to see this. This is like the third time I'd seen it in the theater, and she fell asleep. Just fucking so sad. Yeah, it was very sad.
Actually, I didn't even have the sensation of Pacino and De Niro in one movie because I haven't even seen anything with Pacino before this, or with De Niro. You know, of course, when my dad showed me this, and he was like crazy about like De Niro and Pacino. I had no idea.
You're like, what?
Yeah, it's like, what are those guys?
Yeah, and now if you say it now, people are going, well, they were in The Irishman together. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't fucking get it, And a very cool role with Val
Kilmer. Yeah.
Natalie Portman. I would say this is the definitive Mike. Well,
it's the best Michael Mann movie, the only good one.
No,
that's not true. But I have kind of a personal.
Last of the Mohegans deserves to be talked about. If
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. It's not on the list though. Collateral is good.
Collateral's good. Miami Vice, as we know. Ali.
Yeah. Public Enemies, also very good.
Ali was is actually good. It was surprisingly. He was very good. Will Smith was very good as Muhammad Ali.
It seems more of an real acting role for him, because usually you just have Will Smith.
He was definitely chasing the Oscar for that role. He was chasing it.
He was nominated, wasn't he?
I think he was nominated. Yeah,
and John Voight as well. Huh. Okay.
Yeah, but
next one is. Yeah.
Just to say, I don't know if we'll ever get close to a street gun battle as good as he was with that robbery. Not. Yeah. It's incredible.
It is, yeah. Next one is another Tom Hanks movie.
Hang on.
Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, okay. Okay.
One of the best war movies ever made.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even the best, but I do like Hacksaw Ridge a lot.
I think you could definitely make the argument about being the best, because I don't know if we'll ever see anything as brutal as that D-Day opening either.
Yeah, that's true.
It just opens with such a fucking bang on your ass, you're not even prepared for it,
Yeah.
And I saw this in the theater, and it was jaw-droppingly good in the theater. So.
Yeah, I can imagine, dude. I would like to see this on the big screen. Must be a blast.
Yeah. I was thankful for Heat as well, because Heat was like a movie that was worth it on the theater, especially for that bank robbery,
Yeah.
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 But, all right. Yeah, man, Saving Private Ryan's fucked though. And I still say it's the most brutal stabbing scene ever seen in my life. That haunts me. That scene just haunts me.
And Adam Goldberg gets stabbed.
Yeah, because he's just telling him to stop. It just slowly goes in. And that piece of shit up him, Jeremy Davies, just sitting in there like a bitch. Just lets him die.
Dude, it's war. Come on.
No, I know. You have to have scenes like that in war, but don't act like he is a hero towards the end of the movie when he's not.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He was a bitch.
But he shoots the guy.
Oh, yeah, after the guy's fucking dead,
Yeah, I know. Spoilers. All right. Next one is, again, Tom Cruise. Tom Hanks.
All right.
The Green Mile.
You do got some Tom Hanks. This is when Tom Hanks was the powerhouse, though, as the 90s.
He was the shit in the 90s.
Yeah. I'm very happy to see you rated Green Mile above both of the other ones, though.
Yeah, Green Mile is just,
I consider Green Mile to be very special. Very special. So, I completely agree. This is like number 8, number 7?
Number 6.
Ooh.
We're getting to the top 5.
This is the top 5.
Number 5 is a movie that I was surprised how much I loved it, even though I knew the ending.
Okay.
And it's a twist ending. It's The Sixth Sense.
You put The Sixth Sense above Green Mile?
Dude, I love The Sixth Sense. I don't know why. I loved it.
You're not even a horror
because
guy.
I knew the twist. Because I was looking out for stuff, for hints.
Hmm.
I don't know, it's just it's great.
I would put it on the list. I don't know if I'd put it in the top 10. Even though you got to argue that it's probably one of the best twists of all time, which is sad that you already knew the twist.
Yeah, but it works without the sensation of the twist.
It works, but multiple viewings have always, it's
of
just
course,
not the same.
I'd rather have watched it without knowing, of course.
Yeah. Because I remember being in the theater, man. When I was in the theater and everyone just fucking realized just the amount of, in the theater in that moment was pretty amazing. Because you're just like thinking about it. You're like, oh, shit. Holy shit.
The problem is it's such a famous twist. So, and I saw this movie last year for the first time. So there was no way for me to not know how the twist is.
Right.
So yeah, kind of sad. But anyway.
And did you know the twist of Usual Suspects?
No.
Yeah, because people talk about that one less, but I would argue that it's same, twist, jaw-dropping twist. I guess you would say.
Yeah, that's true. Because at the end of Usual Suspects, when the twist happens, you kind of question the whole thing.
Yeah.
Kind of great.
Oh, I love it. I love it when I just love the not to go back to the movie, but I just love when Chaz Palminteri is looking at the board and he starts piecing it together. That is like, I love that part. Yeah. All
right. Number 4.
Ooh. The Phantom Menace. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, sure. It's a movie by Quentin Tarantino. It's Reservoir Dogs.
Ah, man, I tell you, I was going to get a little worried if I didn't hear Reservoir Dogs in this list. Okay. I was getting a little worried. You were starting to scare the shit out of me. So I'm very happy to hear that it made your top 5.
Of course. It's fucking fantastic. Especially if you consider that this is his first movie, which is just insane. No,
I don't tip. What do you mean you don't tip? It's bullshit. He convinced me. Give me my $1 back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, dude, Steve Buscemi in this movie is fucking great.
I feel like it holds up too. I feel like this movie still holds up. Yeah.
Even though it's low budget in a way. It doesn't need to have a high budget. It's a dialogue movie.
Yeah, but even like if you go back to like early Spike Lee, early Kevin Smith, early who am I thinking of? Robert Rodriguez, like their first movies you could tell that the budget is very low. In Reservoir Dogs, you could tell that it's low, but Tarantino shot it very well. That's why I think it holds up still.
It's one of his best ones, actually.
And I actually like the fact that you don't see the heist. You don't see it at all. So
yeah, because it's not important, and it makes it kind of, I don't know. Yeah.
He cut my fucking ear off.
That scene is brutal, dude.
I'm fucking deformed. What's your name?
Right.
Marvin Nash. I've seen that movie a lot, so.
Yeah, I can tell. Top 3.
Here we go.
Big historical epic, Braveheart.
There we go.
Mel Gibson is the man.
Motherfucker just wanted some freedom. Didn't want a Scottish lord to fuck his wife.
Dude, his speech at the Battle of Stirling is amazing. I love it. I love battle speeches in general.
Yeah, but
cool.
I would almost argue that that's the best battle speech that I've seen in a movie.
Aragorn's speech at the Black Gate.
Oh, get the fuck out of here! You can't. Yeah, that's not even the same. No, that's fantasy shit. Let's talk about real epic. Speech, no. All right, the king was good. The king was good.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Not these fantasy elves and shit. Fucking fighting orcs,
Yeah.
Talking about William Wallace, all right? A man with balls. Blue balls. I like now Braveheart especially, because Braveheart not even a heavy dialogue movie.
It's very violent.
Extremely violent. Extremely violent. It was at the time. It was very, very violent too. I mean, we've seen a lot more violent shit since, and it holds up too. Braveheart holds up. Like you can't stand fucking Longshanks, that piece of shit.
Right.
Brendan Gleeson, I noticed was in Kingdom of. I noticed he was in Kingdom of Heaven, and I thought to myself, wow, he was in Kingdom of Heaven, Braveheart, and Troy. Like, that dude...
He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, he picked his roles pretty wisely.
He was also in Gangs of New York.
I know, I was just going to say that, too. Gangs of New York.
Well, number 2.
Number 2.
It's probably, for most people, the best movie of the 90s, or the best movie ever. Pulp Fiction.
I expected this to be number 1.
All right.
Interesting.
But it's not.
Now I'm intrigued about what will be number 1.
Okay, you want to know?
I mean, we could... Is there anything that you want to talk about Pulp Fiction?
That's a fucking masterpiece.
Does it make you want a black suit, Tarantino, Reservoir Dogs, Pulp Fiction suit like that?
Not really.
Does it make you want a gun? Does it make you want a pack of red apples with no filters?
Yeah.
Oh, here's a little interesting tidbit. I ate in Vegas years ago. I forgot to tell you this. I don't know why. I was having a cigarette like 2 weeks ago, and it hit me that I actually ate at a Big Kahuna Burger. So, just saying. Just saying. I've been to the world, of the Big Kahuna.
Big Kahuna.
It was a good burger.
That is a tasty burger.
That is a tasty burger.
Actually, I forgot to tell you that I was diving deep into some comedian.
Ooh.
Because my brother discovered him and showed him to me and stuff.
Okay.
And dude, last couple of nights I'm binging Norm Macdonald, dude.
Oh wow. Oh man, he's great. He's great.
He is great, yeah.
His delivery is so weird and strange.
Yeah, it is, but it's super funny. I like it. And I started watching his Netflix show last night.
Mm-hmm.
It has some pretty interesting guests. I saw the first episode with David Spade, who I like. Generally, I haven't seen much with David Spade, but like, Grown Ups and stuff is bullshit. So I was surprised how funny David Spade is. That was great.
Yeah, David Spade made a living off just making fun of people, so he's easy not to like, I think.
Yeah.
But I think David Spade's actually funny. But Norm Macdonald, I'm actually happy to hear that you're a fan of Norm Macdonald. It's pretty wild, actually.
Yeah, his OJ jokes just fantastic. Yeah.
No, actually, it's funny because I like comedians. I love comedians. I listen to a lot of comedian podcasts. And a lot of those comedians will tell you that Norm Macdonald, behind closed doors, is the one that's making them all laugh. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Right.
I like that.
Yeah, just what is his?
It's nice. It's nice to know you're trying to laugh. It's good.
Right. Number 1. Speaking of trying to laugh, Hudson Hawk.
No, you're not.
Yeah,
Give me that. Don't give me that bullshit. I need to know what this number 1 is. I gotta know.
Like last week, you mentioned it a lot. It's Lahane.
Oh, you can't do that. No.
Why?
I told you. Because I told you before the show. I said no Frenchies. You got to take all that Frenchies out of there.
It's the only French movie on this list, dude. Lahane is just fantastic. Dude,
well, now I'm gonna have to watch it because of this.
You do, yeah. It's black and white, dude. It's just fantastic.
You have pumped it up a lot, and the fact you put it above so many of your boys' movies,
Yeah, but it's just it's one of those ghetto movies, And I like it.
You are a fan of the ghetto movies, Green Street Hooligans, ghetto movie.
Menace to
Society, ghetto movie, yeah.
Mid-90s, kinda,
I still need to see that too.
Yeah, Lahane is just it's so good.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think about that because last week I was like, it's Lahane.
Yeah, right. There's also some weird, great cinematography in this. It's kind of strange how fantastic it is, and some weird shit with a cow. You gotta see it.
With a cow?
Yeah, there's some joke about that.
Does somebody fuck a cow?
No.
Yeah, that's too bad. I like it when people.
Right.
I'm not gonna say anything else. Let's just say Black Mirror episode 1. Black Mirror.
I've seen that, and it's one of the few Black Mirror episodes I've seen.
Good stuff. Well, Black Mirror, I feel like I don't know.
It's overrated, honestly.
It's not as powerful as it once was.
I don't think it's as brilliant as people think it is.
There's episodes that are. I would argue
Of course,
that.
there's
But not
good
overall. Not overall, no.
There's a lot of bad stuff in that, you know. Some episodes just suck. And like also feel very low budget to compare to other ones. I think the best one I saw is with John Hamm.
Oh, the White Christmas? Is it White Christmas?
Right.
Or
That's
White...
probably the best one I saw.
Yeah.
It's also almost feature length. You know, it's like an hour and 20.
Right. Bandersnatch.
Ah, that sucked.
So what are we doing next week? We're gonna do lists?
No idea. I mean, I will probably do a list, even though I think I've done anything that I can.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to stick to my guns, and I'm gonna try to do a 2010s list at least.
That would be cool, yeah.
At least I'll try to whip something up because I know our list will be vastly different. So
that's good.
Yeah, your 90s list was good though. You had some good fucking movies in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 90s was a good era.
Yeah, good decade for movies.
But you gotta get Forrest Gump out of there, man. You know that? So
right.
bad.
I can try to make an 80s list and 70s, but they won't be very long. And I don't know.
Yeah, I really want to hear your 80s list.
Yeah.
I want to hear the 80s list that
also,
you got.
Yeah,
going.
like 80s is probably interesting which one will be on the first place because there's no Tarantino and stuff, you know.
I know, like you're lost. Like what do you want to do? No Tarantino, no Paul Thomas Anderson, none of that shit.
No Lahane, you know.
Nothing.
Yeah, I might do that. And I don't know, as a main topic, I have no idea what we can do.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Decide on a movie again, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, I think maybe we'll just we can just do list, catch up, and
we just
talk about what we've seen.
I just try to watch as much as I can. Again.
What is it, like a fucking race now or something? I thought I brought to the table pretty good this week with my 7 movies.
Yeah.
And this motherfucker, like, I watched fucking 12. Okay, Jesus.
I mean, the more I watch, the more we have to talk about, so that's good.
Well, I will be watching some shows here pretty soon too, because I'm getting backed up on my TV viewing of shows, which is like Billions and fucking Succession, and so I need to burn through some of those. But there's definitely some movies that I've been in the mood though. It's been nice to be in the mood because I look forward more to talking to you.
Yeah.
At least if I see 1 or 2 movies, you know, because if I've only watched one or those weeks where I didn't watch anything, I'm like, what the fuck am I going to bring to the table here? So
actually, like this show is motivating me to watch more stuff. So
yeah.
I mean, I knew that the Cloverfield paradox was going to be bad, but I still watched it just, you know, maybe to talk about.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I expected Alita to be bad, but you know, I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, and you're wrong.
No.
Oh, that's fine. The movie doesn't, like, I don't think it totally sucks, but I just don't like it.
I thought she was pretty badass. Badass. Yeah,
she was pretty cringe.
Fuck your mercy. How is she cringe? Let's talk about this.
How am I supposed to explain that?
Can we not have a female badass on screen?
That's not what it is.
I think that's what it is. God damn it.
Okay.
You didn't like Wonder Woman. You didn't like Captain Marvel that much.
Come on.
You didn't like Ghostbusters.
I haven't even seen Ghostbusters.
Oh, dude. Yeah. Just don't even bother. That talk about infuriating. You know, there's a couple jokes that are funny, and I actually am a fan of 2 of those ladies, you know.
Which one were you talking about?
Ghostbusters,
Oh yeah,
the 2017.
Like Kate McKinnon.
I like Kate McKinnon and I like
Kristen Wiig.
Kristen Wiig. Yeah, I've always liked both of them, but the other 2 can just. Even though Melissa McCarthy was, she.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
She was impressive in that movie. Can you forgive me? But I don't think she'll be able to replicate that. You know. Anyway, but that movie's infuriating. Just absolutely infuriating.
Yeah.
So this year we'll finally get some real Ghostbusters again. Yeah.
Yeah, even though I'm not hyped yet.
I don't give a shit. It's not for you, okay?
Yeah, I know. I'm not an '80s person. I'm not like Ghostbusters fan or anything.
It's got some of the best lines ever made. In that
Yeah, this man has no dick.
This man has no dick. You're right, God damn it. You're right. I love that line.
That's the only line I remember.
That's one of the most likable characters on screen for me ever is Peter Venkman. I love Peter Venkman. Anyway. Good show? Good show?
Yeah.
You ain't got any other lists to pull out? That's about it.
Sadly, no. I mean, I already had plenty. I can try to look something up. One sec. Maybe I have something written down that we haven't talked about yet. Because I have this huge Word document with just stuff, with all the quizzes and my lists and stuff.
Typing in list right
No, actually,
now.
fun fact. You remember my list of cool people?
Was that not the list of your boys and girls?
Yeah,
Is
that's
that
the list. That's the list. Yeah, cool people.
Did you
I
add people?
added Adam Sandler. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I mean, I had somewhat of a Sandler phase recently. I'm kind of a Sandler,
But do you think that Uncut Gems brings him to taking roles more like that, or do you think he just
hopefully
does more Happy Madison shit?
No, he's such a good actor. He should.
But think about the money that he makes doing that shit too.
Yeah, but does he really need it now?
I mean, you got kids, I mean,
yeah, but come on, be an artist.
Let's see what he's got here. Let's see. We've got Hoobie Halloween. Yeah, that doesn't
sounds very serious.
And then Hotel Transylvania 4. That is all that is in production at this time. So I don't know. Honestly, I'm very hopeful. Because when he first did the Punch Drunk Love, I think, that was like a very cool role. But Uncut Gems, he showed his best role ever. He showed a different side. And I really, really enjoyed that fucking movie a lot. And that's a movie I'd definitely watch again. So
me too, actually, yeah.
But yeah. I've got nothing left.
I just found my favorite directors list we talked about like months ago.
What is that like? You had 10 directors?
Yeah, right, and it kind of sucks.
Let me hear it. Let me hear what you got. I know you've changed it because I remember Eastwood was on there.
Yeah, and Francis.
Yeah, Francis Ford Coppola.
So Ridley Scott, whatever.
Yeah.
Francis Ford Coppola, Clint Eastwood, Steven Spielberg, Christopher Nolan, David Fincher.
It felt like a list of directors that you felt like needed to be on there, but wasn't like it wasn't like your.
I mean, the top
like
4 are Denis Villeneuve, Guy Ritchie, Martin Scorsese, and Quentin Tarantino. But now, I mean, Paul Thomas Anderson would be on this list, and it would be high on the list.
I think I brought that up, at the time.
And who else do I like now? I've seen all the S. Craig Zala movies, but I don't know if maybe it might be not enough for.
It's only 3 movies, I think.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I don't know. James Mangold is pretty good.
Gladiator 2 is still a thing. It's in production.
Yeah, that's super strange, dude. Why? Why?
It's so weird. I'm intrigued though.
But not with Russell Crowe, hopefully. Yeah.
Oh no, they bring him back from the dead. So.
Yeah, that would fit.
Oh, untitled Alien prequel. Holy shit! I'm looking up Ridley Scott, by the way. So.
Yeah, he just can't stop.
Dude, he's got fucking 10 things in pre-production and announced and shit. What the fuck?
I think he'll die before he finishes all of that.
Yeah.
He's 80, 83. I don't know.
He's getting there.
And he wants to do 5 more movies directed.
5 more Alien movies?
The Last Duel, untitled Alien prequel, Queen and Country, Gladiator 2, and Battle of Britain. Though Battle of Britain would be interesting.
I did hear that Scorsese is beginning filming on his Killers the Killers of the Flower Moon with De Niro and DiCaprio.
And it's supposed to be a Western, set in the 20s.
Yeah, I know. I heard Western. I was like, oh, Western. But then I saw it was in the 20s. I was like, it's not
Like,
really.
It's not really Western, but
Yeah, that's yeah.
It's probably as much a Western as Hello High Water, Which has
Yeah, which does it is modern Western, I guess. It's strange.
But I'm hyped for that because, those two actors is just enough for me to be hyped. I mean, DiCaprio alone is enough.
DiCaprio alone, with Scorsese is, I mean, DiCaprio period at this point, because he's so picky and choosy with those roles, And he
doesn't do a movie every year, so it's like something special.
Yeah.
I mean, before Hollywood, there was like a 4-year break.
That's crazy. Because is Revenant though. Revenant fucked him up.
Probably, yeah.
Like I feel like Revenant, like you got everybody on that set has PTSD, I bet.
Yeah.
Like none of them are out in the snow. None of them are like going trips to the fucking cabin, I bet. They're in the, they're hitting the beaches and shit.
All right. Do you want to end this?
Yeah, it's weird. I like want to keep talking to you, but
yeah, there's not much more to talk about.
It's just us looking shit up. So it was a good show today, though, dude.
It was.
I enjoyed it. So if you think of a movie to watch this week, just fucking hit me up. Other than that, we'll just do some lists.
Yeah, I can prepare something probably.
Yeah, because it's weird. Like when we pick a movie to watch, it's either, I don't know, we don't really dissect them that much. It feels like. But then again, I didn't really want to dissect Battle Royale, so it's weird.
There's not much to dissect though.
I was very happy that you felt the same. So
yeah,
that was a home run for us. All right, Amon, have a good week, man.
Yo, you too.
Peace. Peace, love, and happiness, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to do it for today's show. I know no one really tuned in. That's fine. Special thanks for Amon to doing the show with me. We will see you next week on Friday for episode 18. Have a wonderful day.